Greetings, adventurers!
Ooga booga 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 booga.
Welcome to episode 3 of Dungeons and Dragons! Ooh.
I'm scared.
I'm in a different location. Look, I've got teacups, and wine glasses, and many, many gravy boats. How's everyone doing?
Oh, the north.
Yes.
All night gravy boat.
Gravy boats? You mean the boats that bring the gravy into the harbour?
I was going to say boats that lots of people die on.
I
but
apologise
yes.
to everyone from the
Hunting
north
the
of
gravy.
every country. Hello, everyone. It's Dungeons and Dragons. We're at a slightly different location,
They know what they did.
but everything's fine. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter, to give a gift sub to Emily's Cog and Mother of Chickens for 4 months.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is Dungeons and Dragons, played in Tabletop Simulator using Wizards of the Coast 5th edition and a custom world, which we are exploring together. Yeah, so it's D&D. Everyone loves it.
Did you just take
I'm
a
joined
slam?
by Andy,
Hi.
by Sam,
Hello.
by Bloomers,
Oh.
by JD,
Hello.
by Lahumph,
Yeah.
and by Trelawney.
Welsh noises.
Welsh noises.
Mighty of Wales.
Yes.
Yep.
Let me know how the sound is. It's a different setup, but the same setup in a different place. More like I can hear Robbie playing some music in the other room.
Quite a lot.
There was some speculation over whether Robbie would join us today, but he's got other things to be getting on with. Like
He's got his homework to do.
Yeah.
sound is good. Thank you. Lovely.
Hurrah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Technically, the word used is okay, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh, okay. I need to turn on the D&D commands because they explain how we do things. During the game, we won't be reading chat as much as normal. We won't be calling out subs and things, but I'll try and do it in the break and at the end. And there's also a playlist where you can catch up on previous episodes, which is also on a command, and you'll be able to see it once I turn it on. Come on. How's everyone doing? Everyone happy?
Yeah. I'd like to point out that Father Bucket currently has a status going around and that says 1 minute friends.
1 minute
Oh.
friends.
What?
It's in the game.
So, if anyone would like to be 1
Friends
minute
is a
friends
girl, isn't it?
Friends are
Yeah.
the
with
Let's
Father Bucket.
let's see. Bucket 1 minute
this like a
friends. Where is he?
Is this like a
It
7-minute
is.
ads thing, or is this like the duration of your
7 minute
how long
ads.
friends?
Yeah. He's only your friends for 1 minute.
Like,
Then he'll go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Use
Yeah.
that minute wisely.
How to make friends in 1 minute.
With
Now,
Father
Father
Bucket.
Bucket's 1 minute friends.
And lose them in 30 seconds.
we're friends now. No, stop. Get...
Yeah.
No, look at my
There you go.
status. We're friends.
Let's test.
Wait, is it like a Facebook status?
I think. Can I?
Friends.
Bum, bum. There we go.
Can I make Magpie friends? I can.
No, JD, stop it.
You can't force friendship
We're
on people
friends.
like this.
I mean, he did
Oh, God,
literally just
okay.
did, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. There's all the commands.
He messes with everything on my table anyway. Stop it.
Three.
You're now
God.
you're a totem of
Oh, give up.
things.
Oh,
A party totem.
Great. Father Bucket is now standing on my head. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Can I just
Nice.
remove Sam's drawer from existence?
Trying to get
Yeah,
rid of
you can
sound.
click on the.
I've been trying to do that for years.
ribbon.
Right. Well, I guess if there's nothing. Oh, Mother of Chickens with the 200 bits as well.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey,
You're the best.
thank you.
Do we have to eat jelly beans now? Is that what happens? We eat the spicy beans?
Arian, you're different from last time. You look glorious.
Oh yeah, look at
You got
that.
Oh,
a
yeah.
golden book.
Arian has different
Arian's got a
states.
book now.
You can see different
Oh.
things on Arian occasionally. There you go. Opens the book and it's
Oh,
all
Oh
gold.
wow, you briefly turned into a white
golden.
rectangle for me.
That is Arian's final form, is a white rectangle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Rectangle, yeah.
Eats the world.
There's nothing on the book's pages.
Yep.
There's nothing there.
Thunder, 80
You just
You
gotta read
can't
it.
see it, Andy.
Yay.
He is not
Aw,
enlightened.
thank you, Thunder.
Oh.
Right, so
Thank you.
Would you like to see my collection of gold foil?
I would not like to see your collection of gold foil.
It was a joke. Anyway,
If you remember in the previous episodes, our party have found each other in the city of Westerhaven through various means in different parts of the continent. They came together for a bit of day drinking and then questing.
Ooh.
They found the lair of some local cave bears that had been travelling farmers to the north of the city. After dispatching 2 of them, they then found 2 larger, already dead cave bears in a mysterious cave, and then stumbled upon what apparently had torn them apart, 2 giant scorpions, which they also managed to dispatch, and after harvesting various parts from both the bears and the scorpions, they did a quick bit of investigating, found a strange magical pool of acid, which they collected samples of, and then returned to the city, got paid from one of the city guard clerks, and then made their way into the Hollow Ward, a rundown section of the city which is also home to a lot of workshops and various members of the trade crafts. They found a very amiable tanner who they could sell their large cave bear hide to, got a decent bit of cash for it. And then, whilst most of the party was talking with this figure, I think it was Xander who saw another person climbing out the window of one of the more collapsed buildings in the Hollow Ward,
I did.
looking
Just remember
exceedingly
where we
scared,
I did.
and
It's
then
all flooding back.
taking off down the street. He did, using his special ability of his sword, managed to thunderstep and catch up with this individual who seemed very, very scared indeed and was desperate to get away from the house in question. And then Xander returned to the party, filled them in on what had happened, and then they headed off towards this house to investigate
Spooky house.
what was going on. So, what would you like to do? Still heading towards the house?
I believe. Well, I think I was trying
Are
to
we
push
going
for.
in?
Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
was trying to push for, like, if we're going in, do we want to, like, I was kind of trying to position myself first for some kind of breaching clear. Like, do we want to go in quiet or do we want to go in loud? Just like kick the door down, go in ready to start swinging.
I would like.
Quiet.
Is the so the
What's
guy
quiet?
the guy climbed out of a
I
window,
don't-
right?
He did, yes.
I would personally just like to go in through the window and have a look around,
I kicked the door down.
but we're not talking about that. are we?
Okay, well,
So
as people are doing things, let's take a look at the house. This might lag you all for a second.
oh yeah, like me, Dave.
We'll do it.
Lag me real good.
Here we go.
Oh, nice.
As you approach the house, there's a strange kind of low-hanging mist, and even though it is the middle of the day, it does seem to get slightly darker around
Whoa.
the location
Okay.
of this particular building.
Send the Twilight Cleric first.
So,
Yeah, okay, I can't
I
actually
kicked
see
the door down.
where that is.
so the
Apparently
door.
stream's buffering.
Yeah, you'll all be
Yeah,
loading the
stream's
things.
been offering a lot.
Oh,
But yeah,
Okay.
it's in stream for people.
it's probably the others loading this thing. So hopefully
Yeah,
it'll.
possibly.
It was
Calm
doing
down.
it before.
Oh, was it?
Loading too.
You dropped any frames? Or
I'm dropping a lot of
Put it on
frames.
480.
I'm dropping most of the frames.
Hmm.
Is someone
no.
doing something in the other room?
Oh no.
Right, get up,
Oh,
Steve.
right.
Andy, would you mind going to check just in case someone's trying to?
I just text Abby. I'm just going to check
Okay.
my Steam downloads as well.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
everybody
No.
go and turn off.
Everybody check Steam.
Yeah.
Steam's good.
We're not normally all in the same.
Which of you's
Room on the
hosting the
same
stream in
set.
4K?
It's the classic LAN troubleshooting.
My Steam is fine.
Of
You said
like-
you
Are you there, chat? Can you
Oh,
see me?
She's not checking her phone then.
It looks okay now from my end.
I'm still
Was it
dropping a
stream?
fair amount of frames.
Cool. Oh yeah, you're buffering again.
Okay, check.
Oh, okay.
We'll just hang around here for a second, waiting for the world to calm down. We can always switch to doing an audio-only podcast of Dungeons and Dragons. That's something people do.
Just load up a YouTube video of like a cat or something for the stream.
Ah, Curse you, Skype.
Skype.
Skype. Classic eater of resources.
Eater of worlds.
Munch, munch.
Yes, it is eating our world.
Family talk? Nah, stream.
Yeah.
D&D.
D&D. Could you hear us, chat? Are we here? Hello? Say, curmudgeon, if you can hear us.
Quick Google curmudgeon.
Google
Damn it,
how to spell.
spoken chat.
Darty Sam just subscribed.
I know, right? Where the
How
hell?
did he?
Yeah. He just
What a
showed his
human.
face in chat like a.
Yeah.
a
Oh,
fool.
I've stopped dropping the frames.
Stop
Yay.
dropping frames.
Yay.
Yay!
Stop,
Murder of
drop,
Skype
and
was
frame.
efficient.
We've managed to
Yay.
pick them all back up. We've put them all
Hurrah.
back on the shelf.
So, Father Bucket, you are surrounded by the corpses of your party, lifeless and dead. What would you like to do?
So just, well, Dave, I was
Kick the
going to
door
say, Queer Fish in chat said we missed a goodly amount of exposition in regards to the house, so you might want to like recap some of that depending on what.
Okay, it's a spooky house. It's as you
House, a little bit
approach.
dark.
As you approach, even though it's the middle of the day, it does hold a strange kind of darkness around it, and the sky seems to cloud over the closer you get, and you just generally get quite a cold feeling about it. The individual who you saw running away from it certainly seemed to have cause to be afraid, or at least partly afraid as he was. If you'd like to place yourself how you're approaching the outside of the house, and you can stop being friends now. It's
window?
been past a minute. You are no longer friends.
What? Friends?
No friends.
Which
I-
window
Oh.
did
Ah.
the person jump through?
I can't move my model.
I can't move my model
I
either,
also
Dave.
can't move my
What?
Are they locked?
Have I locked your models?
Oh,
Wise.
Unlock.
yeah.
You just press
We
L.
are all babies.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
essentially,
I think I cannot move either.
in a room of toys.
Just lock JD's.
You just locked mine.
What? No.
No.
Okay, so when I'm saying like send the Twilight
There you go.
cleric first, this
Oh,
is literally
oh,
You've gone to
evil,
the sky. you wanna-
spooky, haunted,
There you go.
darkened
And-
house.
Okay, I
This
fell
is
down, it's
literally
okay.
what I
Thank
do.
you.
Dave, which was the
And
open?
you're
Dave,
insisting
which
on
was the
going
window
further.
that jumped out?
The window that you are next to, Xander,
Right,
is the window.
I'm gonna stubbornly go
Ooh.
through the window
Ooh.
anyway.
Stone.
Okay.
Is this
down
me
with
missing
me.
a texture, or are there lots of
Yeah.
little white blobs on the floor?
I'm tempted to follow Xander. Go
Are you
for
missing
it, too.
stuff, Bloomers?
Ooh.
I've
Right.
got like a bunch of little white blobs outside the front door. Is that
No.
a texture, or someone spilt their pearls?
You.
That is some
Yeah,
high
why are you
quality
all-
stacking.
Why are you
there.
all standing on each
That
other's
is-
heads?
That is pretty great.
Oh, everyone's
Okay.
got white blobs too.
I got both.
Everyone's stacked up.
Can
I've
someone
got.
take friends off me, please?
Yes. Stop jumping
Thank you.
around. I need to
Someone
try and
not you.
get rid of all of your collider things so you never collide with anything. That would make life a lot easier.
Yeah, the path white blobs to me. I think it's just a bunch of stuff that didn't load in properly.
Yeah.
Okay,
same,
it's
I've got a
just
couple of white
floor.
blobs.
It's fine.
There you go. Me and Stone are ready.
I step
I
over
wanna
Father Bucket.
be
Just
near Stone.
Yeah.
straight over the top.
He helped me see.
So,
Can we tag team this door?
Bam.
if you two want to
Okay.
be attacking the door whilst Xander's quietly slipping in,
Can I pick up
Yeah,
Father
then all the
Bucket?
angry things will go
Oh,
to
yeah.
the door, and I'll be
Can you
fine.
bucket?
Yeah.
Can you bucket the door?
We'll flank them.
you want to bucket
What?
the door.
I,
as
I
in
wish to
pick him
make
up
an
like
attack
a
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
against,
battering ram.
make an attack roll against the door with Father
Oh.
Bucket.
Yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah. Let's do
okay.
this.
Stone, make
Oh,
an
no.
attack roll with advantage because you're using Father Bucket as a battering
Willingly.
ram.
What do you want?
Yeah.
Yeah, Father Bucket.
I'm willing.
Father Bucket gets concussion
No, no, I've got the holy bucket. That's what it's there for.
to prevent concussion.
Oh dear.
Oh, hello.
I rolled a
Oh.
10 and an 11.
Oh, okay.
Because you said with advantage, so I just rolled 2.
11 plus your strength modifier, and unless you're
Strength
proficient
modifier is plus
with
3.
Father Bucket as a weapon, You don't get your proficiency.
Hang on.
Are there any trainers in the village that
find
can
that
teach
feat?
Stone how to wield a father bucket?
You'd have to
I'm so for this. This is wonderful.
That-
if
I
you
would-
practice.
I would like to argue that Father Bucket is a simple weapon.
He's the simplest, but that's not quite how it works.
Very good.
XP for wit.
Yeah.
So 11 plus your stroke.
Brilliant.
Is 3, so 14.
Okay, the door seems to crack slightly, and it kind of bends in, but it is not open.
Whilst this is
Damn.
happening, I'm going to go into the house
Yeah,
at the same
sure.
time.
Do you want to
Yeah.
make a stealth check for me?
I would love
presuming
to
you're
make a
being
stealth check.
Sneaky.
Worth a shot.
Come on, D20. Give me the stuff. That's not great.
Right, we've got
I rolled. What's my proficiency again? I need to find the
2
character
bad
sheet.
rolls out of the way. So we're
Very
good.
big chair.
6.
That's for me.
Plus 6. Plus 6. I rolled 10.
Was that 4 plus 6?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
you
wow.
clamber
Oh.
through the window, kicking over several things on the other side.
10's not that
There used to be a Resident Evil house. There used to be a Resident Evil house. I want to burn
I
paintings.
can't
I
stand.
want
There's too much stuff.
find-
I can't stand it. I'll do
You clamber over all
Yeah,
of these.
I can't.
broken
Okay,
things.
that'll be fun. Okay.
In the dark, you just trip over everything.
Yeah. The interior of this room is covered in a fairly thick layer of dust. You can see some scrapes that have been where the dust has been disturbed, and then another layer of dust has again
Okay.
dumped on top of it.
Good.
The walls on the inside are crumbling and cracking. You can see through to the rest of the house, though it is
Yeah,
fairly dark.
I mean, there might not be anything in it to hide from. I take it I know that I've failed my stealth check,
I mean,
or do I still
You-
think I'm being sneaky?
you heard the amount of noise you
Yeah,
made
okay.
as you were clambering
Yeah, yeah.
in.
Yeah, sometimes you fail your stealth check that you don't know, and sometimes you
Sure.
definitely do.
Yeah, sometimes DM's just like, roll a d20 for me.
It's not like you
What was
jumped
that?
in shouting, "Ah, I'm here! I have entered the house."
That's all. Yo.
So anything would have heard a
Sneak,
noise,
sneak,
not
sneak,
necessarily
sneak.
know that you're there.
Sneak through the spooky house, sneaking, sneaking, sneaking.
Are you still trying to batter down the door, Stone? Are you going in as well? Magpie?
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, can I go in after
Sure.
Xander?
Magpie, give me a
Send the rogues into
stealth
the window.
check.
The beast
Stone.
comes through the door.
give me another attack using Father Bucket
I'm assuming
with
it-
advantage.
24.
Oh boy. Okay.
What? Can
Okay.
I have that?
You-
Oh, mama.
Deftly slip with some manner of liquidity over the
Liquidity.
windowsill.
That's because I
Slide
failed my
through
stealth
mist.
check. Everything's looking at me and not Magpie.
Yeah.
I've got an
Oh,
18
I
first
did
roll.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Nice one, Sam.
Oh, can I?
Okay, so 18. So
21.
How are we
21.
hovering?
Don't
You're-
worry about it.
You're still on top of the
It's
chair,
up
I
on the
think.
floor, it's-
The chair's got a big collision.
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't been through everything and turned
Nope,
off. all the
still
collision
hovering.
things. But
There
with
we
a,
go, no longer hovering.
with a sorry, Stone. With a loud crack, the door swings open. It swung the wrong way.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Do you?
It's a
Stone,
video game door.
Did you let go of
Father
me as I
Bucket
went
gets-
through?
You, just, you
do
never
you-
checked if
do
it was a
you-
push or pull door. You just
Yeah.
let it push.
Do you wish to be let go?
I would not complain. That sounds great.
Okay, then
Deploy the
on-
tactical
on-
Father
on-
Bucket.
on the follow through, the Father Bucket flashbang. I just
Okay,
just
the
release
Father
it
Bucket
in
comes
and you're gonna like-
sliding face first
and they go flying.
halfway
in.
through of
Oh yeah, I'm on the
and ends up
chandelier.
on the chandelier. No, he's
Okay.
he's in this little bit of
Does
rubber.
he head straight first into this urn I can see opposite the door and like knock it over?
Not quite that far.
Do you need me to like
Urn
check
just
to
on
see if I
your
land?
face.
No, you would definitely face first.
Oh great.
You don't get any kind of check to land that well.
Skidding on the bucket.
I could do a
Yeah.
skid up.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, you again, you also see this kind of thick layer of dust. It's slightly more disturbed in this area.
Wonder why.
There's some shafts of light streaming through holes in the ceiling and roof, but it's still unnaturally dark and slightly misty. Are the rest of you following in through the now broken door?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get straight in there. Oh,
Given how small the window is, I'm kind of tempted to go in there just because it's hilarious.
You
But
want to try and squeeze through?
let's just go.
I mean, there's a seemingly bigger window next to it. What is this fancy
I
chair?
wish to not be on. I'm not a rogue. I do
Chairs.
not wish to be on the chandelier.
Chair,
in
comma,
case.
fancy.
Find a place to stand. You'll be okay.
I'm trying to.
Oh!
Trying to touch the ground.
Wow.
Hang
This
on,
is-
I'll move you down using this. There you go.
I forgot about the smiley face on the bottom of Yule's model.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's not a smiley face.
Great.
Oh, amazing.
Just gonna say for everyone, because I'm sure there's going to be a call for an initiative roll at some point. Don't forget, I can give one person advantage on an initiative roll if there's someone for whom it would be particularly advantageous. Like call for it, and I can bestow that.
You need to bestow it prior to the roll.
You do.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
You should just choose someone and do it. Don't wait for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
the person.
But just like when the call is when it's like, I need to roll initiative, like yeah, well I can give someone advantage. If not, I'll just give it to myself. But yeah, just so long as we all remember I can do that, it will hopefully help.
So as
How dark is it inside?
it's probably dim light in
Okay.
technical terms. So those of you with
It is still daytime
those
outside.
of, yeah, those of you with dark vision can see 60 feet as if it was bright, and then another 60 on that as if it was dim.
And
Those of you
I
without
can
dark vision can get 60 feet of vision.
I believe I can give that dark vision to or share that dark vision with someone else though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dave, I'll be back in a second.
willing.
Okay, very quickly. You go in the kitchen.
I am willing.
Okay. But as you now all start making your way through this spooky house, all of you start looking around as you collectively hear a strange whispering echoing around the place.
I whisper back.
Piss off, ghost.
So, can we hear it coming from any particular direction, or is it just
It
everywhere?
seems to kind of echo around your brain.
I'm gonna go bam,
Anyone
divine
here?
sense. Let's see what's going on.
Sure.
Sam,
Is
there's
there
some...
any? This is as an
Something with
action,
your
but
audio.
you know.
Oh, that
Uh,
no,
Me?
that's.
Yeah.
Rain.
What's
Was it
going on?
rain?
I can
Think
hear
it's
some
like a-
weird thing, but I wasn't sure if it was
Noise.
Dave's sound effects or
Well,
Might be rain.
was it
Might be.
Sam's
Could be.
microphone.
It's not especially
Just a
loud.
load
I've
of
got
white
the
noise.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought it might have
so.
been weird whispering from actual Dave, but I was confused.
I muted Sam and it stopped, and I unmuted Sam and it started.
I don't think
so-
you get the
Ah.
weird whispering effect
Oh,
because
it
you've
might be
got
the
me
rain.
muted.
Yeah, it was probably the rain.
Maybe the rain in the studio. But anyway,
It sounds fine now.
Yeah,
I
it's
now
stopped now,
know
Okay.
if there's any
I had the
celestial
air conditioner on,
fiend
so
or
maybe it's
undead within 60 feet.
Okay, you are very, very aware that there are no celestial fiends or undead
Great.
in this range.
You sure that thing's
or
on?
if any place or object's been consecrated or desecrated.
Yeah, it has not.
Oh, great! This place is great.
I mean,
worry about it.
desecrated
move
is
in.
a very specific form of
Sometimes I
The
get
butler
worried.
says this is
Yes.
fine.
Sometimes I'm like, maybe I am maybe I'm a fiend. Maybe I don't know. What if one of us was like secretly undead or a fiend, and you're every time you cast that spell?
I mean,
But, oh.
yeah.
Okay.
With any
the fir-
clerics and paladins in the party, you'd know fairly soon.
Yeah, I know.
The first thing I do is take out my wallet and keys and put them on the little shelf by the door. They will live there now
Okay.
for the rest of time.
As you do that, the shelf kind of cracks
Oh, no.
and gives way and just falls to the floor.
Oh,
It was.
fair.
It's been there for a long time and it hasn't
Is
seen
there,
any
is
kind of
there
weight on it.
anything in the room me and Magpie are in?
There are various crates and barrels and cracked bits. You can take some time to look through them if you'd like.
Yeah.
I send Douglas to the kitchen to make a cup of tea.
Oh,
How
damn.
easy do you
Let's
think
go.
it would be
Yes, but-
Oh,
for
lovely.
Magpie to take this
Wiping up
fancy
blue,
chair
coming right up.
with us?
You want to steal the
I
the
don't-
fancy chair?
It's a pretty good chair, isn't it?
Chair,
It's-
comma,
I
I
fancy.
like it.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
I
a
can-
nice
yeah.
chair, but in its current state, you're not quite sure whether it's worth anything or whether it could be recovered. But you're more than welcome to try.
I'm gonna go and sit in the chair and try a pose and ask, how does this look? Is it good?
Do like proper Game of Thrones players.
Give me a dexterity
Yeah.
saving throw, Magpie.
Oh wow.
The chair collapses, I'm assuming. 24 again.
You put your weight on the chair, and one of the back legs cracks, and it kind of tips straight backwards, but you manage to
It's a plank.
leap back out of it onto your feet.
Did you want me to do
I
like
have
a,
a
So
mental
nothing-
image.
Did you want me
I have a mental image of like
Do you want me to do,
Magpie
like, an
sitting on the
investigation or-
chair.
Yeah, if you're looking
The
for
chair just disappearing,
I rolled.
and she just stays there.
Roll a natural one.
Oh yeah, I've got thighs of steel.
Yeah, it just doesn't move. Surprisingly powerful.
So,
Just like,
Yeah, you're just sitting on nothing because you're.
I like sitting on chairs.
Xander, looking through this,
I got one of these.
all the barrels and whatnot, you find a single copper piece.
Oh, sick. I got a single copper piece from rolling a natural one. That
Sad.
is
That is a profit.
That is profit.
Can I go check out this back room?
But I like the idea
Yeah.
that you've gone into this big bag of money because you rolled a one. It's like, come out, yeah,
I got it.
pocket that.
I'd quite like to look at this clock if possible.
Sure. So Father Bucket moves through to the back room. Again, you hear this strange voice in your head.
Can I tell where it's coming from?
Run away. It is definitely coming from either all over the house or it's specifically in your head.
Ooh.
This is
I'm
gonna be my lucky copper piece.
gonna cast
And
I'm gonna
clearly it's
cast
zombies.
thaumaturgy.
Zombies.
I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and just call out, "Is anybody there?"
You hear Magpie's voice kind of unnaturally loud. Is anybody there? Echoes through the house.
Well, at least someone will hear it.
Yulna, if you want to make an investigation check for the grandfather clock.
Well. See if we found a ceiling.
It rolled out of the dice tray, but it was an 18, and I get +3 for investigation, so 21.
Oh, okay.
Xander's just rolling around.
Can't stand over here. It's just-
Yulna,
I
as
was
you are
surprised.
looking this clock up and down, you look at the top. It's a very seemingly basic, very nice, but very old grandfather clock. As you crouch down to investigate the lower section where the pendulum is, you look down, and at the very bottom of it, for a split second, you see a pair of eyes looking back at you, and then something swivels, and you can't see it anymore. You look again, and there's some kind of mirror in the bottom of the grandfather clock.
Oh. Cool.
At this point, you
Um,
hear the voice again, louder and much clearer.
I leave. No, I'm not going.
I'm gonna tell people I can see a mirror at the bottom of the clock, and I think I saw a pair of eyes looking through it like a periscope.
As you say this, you hear the voice again. Die! And coming from above you, descending from a broken portion of the roof, you see a horrible spectre,
Loading.
which I'm slowly tracking across.
Spectre?
Crouching, descending from the sky, wreathed in dark purple smoke with horrible glowing eyes. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Great.
Nice.
Is it a celestial
Right.
fiend?
That is a small ball of purple smoke. I like
I
it.
am bad at initiative, but I don't know if other people are.
All of mine have been bad
Yeah,
so
I
far.
can-
And it's still consistent.
Find music.
6.
Well, okay, so I see people are rolling without taking. So
Oh, yeah.
who? Yeah, should I?
Loomis said you wanted it.
Yeah, I can give you an
Yeah, just-
advantage on
you
initiative.
fix on it.
Thanks.
I
Roll a second time.
I mean, mine. I get -2, so I should probably save it for myself as well. But yeah.
Yeah, the first roll was 4, the second was 16, so thank you.
Let me know when you've all updated your things. And
Oh yeah, we need
Yep.
to do that thing.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, it might be a 6, but it's kind of cocked. But it's,
did you do it in TTS or in real life?
You did it in TTS.
In
so it says
TTS.
6.
Then if you mouse over it,
Yeah,
it'll
it
say-
came out at 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut me down there.
Cool.
5. Ugh.
You rolled a
Rubbish.
5.
Well, I rolled a 3.
wow.
Oh wait,
Drink.
actually, it's minus 2, so I've got 4. Great. I'll just go at the end.
This is fine. Spectre only got an 18.
Sorry,
We'll
I
be
thought
fine,
that
guys.
No, it's fine. Who did this?
JD, obviously.
Thank
fine, those
you,
ones
thank you
disappear.
for that.
Oh wow. 248.
248.
Sir,
That's some initiative.
Let's see how many dice I could get.
thanks.
Probably infinite dice. I got an initiative of 5,000.
Over 5,000.
Is it not loaded, or is the Spectre just a smoke?
Spooky
I
smoke.
think it's just a smoke.
I can see it.
I've
I
got
can
a white
see a
blob that's just
small white
emitting
square with
split. Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to assume it's scary.
Let me
I mean, yeah, if it's loaded for Dave, it's...
Yeah.
try and reload it.
We've already hit the epic part of the music, by the way.
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocking him.
What about this one? Can you see this one? This is the same.
Oh yeah, I can see that one.
Ooh.
That's great.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get rid of that one.
Yeah, I see that.
New one. Lovely.
Hi, new one. We see you. You are spooky.
Oh, look at that guy.
Scary Spectre.
Yes, this is your spooky spectre.
Down your spine.
Oh, my spine.
Yeah, that's
Has
much more
everyone
spooky.
put their initiative into the thing?
I have.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Right, let's. Spooky
These checks
Spectre.
out.
Yuna. Xander and Douglas, who's got the higher dex?
I have probably
I've
the
got
higher
+1.
dex. I have +4.
yeah, I've
Okay.
exactly. Sure.
Okay. Top of the round, this spooky apparition is going to continue descending out of the sky.
Something I'm quite bad at doing is remembering how many spells I cast the last session.
You should.
You mark it on your board.
I know, but I didn't.
You all rested after the
We did, didn't
scorpion
we?
fight,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then you didn't expend anything coming back to town, so you should be full.
Didn't you like thunder step to chase someone though? Didn't you say?
Oh, you
Ooh,
used
that's a
the
good point.
thunder step
Yeah.
from
Oh,
Kara,
yeah. Okay. So I can't.
so you
use
can't do
other
that
step.
again.
Sure. That is fine. I don't think I'll be thunderstepping around inside this monster.
It might collapse if you do.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Maybe we need that.
Yeah.
You can just punch a few walls and be alright.
Yeah. Just have that like Buster Keaton thing of like the entire front of the building just falling down and you're standing in the window. Just falling down perfectly around you. You're like,
Nice. So
Dave, I just
the-
thought when last time did I sell the bear hide?
You
I
did.
think we ate the haunches, so I can take those off my.
Oh yeah, I've still got the scorpion stinger.
you do have a stinger.
I remembered. I collected the teeth and the claw.
Yes.
I still have them.
You still have those. The Spectre is going to make a swipe with its terrible gibbering claws. It's not gibbering, I just like that
I was
word.
gonna say, how
It's making an attack.
Dave,
I demand to see a physical representation of a
Gibbering claw.
They all have a tiny mouth that goes.
nice to meet you. Gibbering claw.
Gibbering claw. I'm going to just start using adjectives that aren't real. Everyone know what I mean. It's fine. It swings out
claw.
past part of the bucket, but
Uh-oh.
goes over his head. It just kind of lets out a horrible, kind of ghostly, screechy,
You all
sucking
heard that on the
sound.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that. That's the worst noise I can make. It does that in your face.
Like some kind of
Nice.
irritated
Yeah.
farm animal.
Yulda, your turn.
Would I be allowed, stroke able, to use my strength to try and pick up this clock? See if there's something underneath it.
I was just expecting you.
And
Use it as
also,
a
I
melee
really want the
weapon.
clock.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was
Like-
hoping.
Yeah, I was getting really excited. No, just
Yeah, if I can pick it up, I'll
Yeah,
use it. Spectre, but
give me a
also I
strength
wanna
check.
see if there's anything under it.
sure.
Cool.
Get
I will
clocked.
do that now.
Maybe we need to kill the clock to kill the space.
Time to die.
Your time is up. Oh,
10
I'm gonna
plus 3,
clock
13.
you round the head.
13, you
Nice.
wrap your trunk and try and dig your hands underneath the bottom of the grandfather clock and heave with all your strength, and it barely moves. It seems to be bolted to the ground in some way.
Okay. But I have powerful build.
You do.
half past dead.
That's awful.
Yes.
Get out.
So that was your action.
No.
Would you like to do anything else?
Yes. I would like to. I don't know. I guess be ready in case it comes for me. However that works.
You
There's a-
can
hang
take
on,
the
I can-
dodge. Oh no, you are a rogue, aren't you? You can do the dodge bonus
Yes,
action
I am.
if you'd
Just
like.
the shit one. Excuse my French.
You could also move if you'd like.
Yes. I wanna get this clock.
You can stay by the clock.
Yeah.
You just hide behind it.
I mean, it's a pretty big
Yeah,
clock.
I'll take.
You are.
Yeah, I'll do dodge.
No.
Yeah.
And he's dropping dice.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'll take dodge as a bonus action then. If any attacks are made against me, I'll have
Disadvantage. Sure. That
Yeah.
brings us to Xander.
Oh really? Wow. I'm gonna. Well, I'm gonna get up in its. Oh.
It's up on its head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stand on its head.
Okay, I think
I think you were about as close as you.
this is
can.
fine. This will do.
It's kind of extended over its.
I'm gonna do some breakdance moves
Yeah.
and hit it at the same time. I'm going to draw my beloved friend and weapon, and try and stab it. I guess.
Sure.
See what happens.
Make an attack for me.
Well, dice today. It's not too bad. I got a 12. Wait, 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7.
15.
So 15.
You swing out with Carrot, and you seem to have misjudged its form as far as you can see. Your blade passes through some kind of spectral cloth.
Well,
It's hanging from it.
I do not have a bonus action to do anything with, so
Would you like to move away from it?
not really.
Okay. That's the end of your turn then.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've accomplished nothing.
Douglas.
A little bit. Right. Oh, bloody hell, what's that? I'm gonna
Help me,
move a
friend.
little bit closer. I'm gonna move, well, I want to move closer if the chandelier will allow me. And
Hang on,
I
I'll delete
will-
the chandelier. That's easy.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Chandelier vanishes.
And I'm going to. So I think I'm going to use my defensive field bonus action to gain 4 temporary hit points.
Sure.
And I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of
on the
Frost.
thing. So, Ray of Frost.
Wow.
So, raise my gauntlet.
Imagining you
Sort
like
of,
Mr. Freeze.
Gets a bit chilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool off, bird
Basically.
boy.
Chill out.
And so I think I shall do that. So I need to make a ranged spell attack, I think. Yes, I do. Cool.
Go, Douglas, go.
Go for it.
That is an
Let's go,
18
Barlow.
plus. Oh, mama, that is an 18 plus. What's my spell attack modifier? Spell attack bonus. Plus 6.
Yeah.
So that is,
Nice.
that is 24.
My boy.
Yeah. So
So
Is that the voice?
you watch as this weird arcane energy seems to pulse throughout Douglas's armor, and he reaches out his hand, and this kind of bright white and blue ray streams out towards the creature. It doesn't seem to have any physical interaction with it. You don't see it freeze up or take any kind of frost to its appearance, but it seems to kind of react, waving what it has for arms in front of it, and you see the frost collide with the ruined wall behind it, causing some rather pretty crystals to kind of grow and form.
okay, cool. So
Would you like to do anything else?
take any damage. I rolled a 4.
Oh yeah,
hit,
sure.
but
Sorry,
I don't know
damage.
if it's
Go for it.
Yeah. So it's 4 damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And then that's it. I'm gonna end my turn.
That
What's
brings
that
us
chandelier being?
to Father Bucket.
How high are the chandeliers?
Oh
Like
Oh, no.
3 times your height.
Yeah.
However much that is.
I'm 4'2", is
See ya,
that right?
just chill.
Yeah, it's like 12,
Stone, just
30
chuck it.
foot.
Okay. If I was to, by some means, jump up there, would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
You're not quite sure on the range of this creature, but you'd imagine probably.
Ooh.
How are you planning on jumping up there?
I have my ways. The bucket,
You got stubby little legs.
the bucket gives many gifts, is all I can say. Okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can put it through this wall. So can I prepare some thunderous smite?
You certainly can.
It's going to work this time, guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to hit a tree.
You say that every time.
It's going to work.
Oh, I'm in the splash.
Here we go.
zone.
We're gonna wheel up right here.
Good luck, Douglas.
Good luck,
Me and
friends.
Douglas are in the
Yeah.
splash zone.
The smite
And
zone.
I'm gonna give it some. I so hope I can put it
With
through
the hammer?
wall. Oh, with the hammer. Here we go.
Sure.
Oh, it's good. It's a 19 in
What?
total.
Oh,
Okay,
that's good.
You wind up your hammer, muttering your holy phrases that causes the hammer to vibrate with this radiant energy. And as you swing towards it, you move slightly further than you were expecting, and you slam into the wall behind it, seemingly passing straight through its form.
So did I just annihilate the
dear.
The wall's fairly
House
more
falls
broken than it
down.
was before.
Did it trigger my thunderous smite?
No, it did not. Interesting.
I am.
Huh.
Okay.
So is that just like a physical attack that just passed straight through it?
Yeah, seemingly. It's still kind of snarling down at you.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Would you like to move at all?
No, I'm good. Just gonna stand here with my hammer embedded in a wall.
Magpie, your turn.
I
roll well.
yeah, no.
I, seeing that this is happening and thinking, oh, hang on a second, this is odd. Nothing seems to be really doing anything. I'm just going to move a little bit here, although I will fall over because
I don't know what is
Yep.
with. There's something
I
here.
don't. Yeah,
Invisible
something
wall.
about the collision.
You
Yeah,
basically
anyway,
can't
I'm
stand
there.
in this area.
Hang on. If I put you
Yeah.
there and then I'd use the move tool, then you just do that.
Oh,
There we
really?
go.
Force you inside the
Oh.
collision box.
Close enough.
Everything crashes.
And I'm gonna reach into like my waistcoat jacket thing. I'm gonna take out a wand and I'm gonna go. Let's see if this works. And just point it and cast.
You casting it
I have
at,
the
Wonder, 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 wonder.
at the
Oh,
creature
yeah. Oh yeah.
rather than the area. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You watch as Magpie pulls out this. At first glance, would seem to be a kind of knobbly stick, but on closer inspection, you can see it has a kind of strange arcane shimmer that kind of pulses up it in veins, and she points it in a dramatic fashion towards the spectre. And do you want to roll percentile for me, Lyle?
Roll D100.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I
That
will
is
have a look at what happens.
I'm so
78.
glad this is how we find out you have one of these.
Oh yeah. 78. I got.
78. Right, hang on.
Oh yes.
That's fine.
I don't know what this does. I yell as I point and try and stay as far away from it as possible.
Oh,
charges does it
okay. You
It
watch.
has 7.
You watch as a small beam of red energy fires out towards the creature. It does seem to pass through the center mass of it, but you watch as a kind of growing ball of fiery light and heat grows behind it and then explodes outwards. I'm gonna need.
Oh dear.
I think it's going to be Douglas, Father Bucket, and Xander to roll a dexterity saving throw for me. And
I just shout, did that work?
I need to find the spell. Hang on. wizard.
The
to
three
wear.
smouldering pairs of boots sat on the ground.
Whoops!
That's
Oh,
a-
my dice is awful today.
Oh, I
That's a
need to do the
13 from
level.
me.
Hang on. I'll just.
Oh, Trelawney.
Quickly my tab out.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
Don't worry, Trelawney, I'll
Yeah,
roll
that's-
worse than you.
I'm sorry!
Yeah,
That's
that's
my boy.
that's yeah. That's suboptimal.
It turns out it was a wand of One Direction.
Uh,
The Wraith, realizing that it is beautiful.
What's the DC on the Wand
Nice.
of Wonder?
wait, what kind of saving throws do I have proficiency in? Is it Wisdom and
That's
Dex?
one of the charges.
Doesn't say on my character sheet. I thought it did.
Team wipe, team wipe.
I guess it's. I think
I had
it's just
it.
your DC. Humph. What's your DC?
What's my DC?
Yeah.
This is my
Or the
spell save
spells.
DC.
Yeah.
13.
Okay. Who didn't make it to a 13 dex save?
I got exactly
I
13.
got
Nice.
a 4.
I rolled a 2 on my dice. I'm pretty sure the maximum amount of save I'm going to get is +5, maybe?
Yeah. Actually, I need Yorda and Magpie
Sorry!
to also roll a dex save. It's a 20-foot radius, which is this
Oh,
whole
no.
area.
This is great.
I'm sorry! Oh!
11?
Okay.
Hang on, what was it? Dex save, did you say?
Yeah.
Mm.
That is
The
a...
locals is going to see a fraction of this house just explode out.
Yeah.
That's a 21 for
I-
me.
Is this a low
I
bearing
have
wall?
Wisdom and
Right.
Charisma. That's my saving throws. That's not good enough.
Okay. Lahumph, roll 8d6 for me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I got. I essentially rolled a 5,
Hold on.
Dave. That's what I
Sure.
rolled.
Okay.
And
So Father Bucket and Magpie,
Oh,
you're
you
taking
killed-
half.
Hang on,
The
hang on,
rest
I
of
need
you
to-
are
I need to
taking
do
full
some math
damage.
I didn't pack a lot of healing spells. That's wrong. I have a couple.
What did you?
Not a lot.
What did you use? What? Have you, where?
I may or may not have a wand of wonder.
Oh, does that just? Does that just do? I don't know what that does.
There's like
You
a
do
random
that.
spell.
It's
You've
random.
never heard
Oh,
of such
great,
a thing.
amazing. Okay, yep, fine. And this
Yep.
is how we get TPK.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
The irony being that actually, most of the time, if you're pointing a wand of wonder at something and you want it to go away, you rolled seemingly the right spell for it. It's just everyone else just clustered
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Well, I didn't know what it did.
Right, 86. How's it
Was
going?
that 8d6? So I got 27.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Douglas, Xander, and Yulna, you take 27 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Oh no!
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I'm still alive, so
Yeah.
this is fine.
Father Bucket
just-
and Magpie, you take
yeah.
13 points of fire damage.
Okay.
That would have one-shot me.
I'm down to 2 HP, so
How much 13 was it, Dave?
Yeah.
For us.
And similar to the spell that you watched Douglas cast, there's no physical effects to the creature, but it does seem to react kind of like it's on fire, patting its arms in an almost comical way. But then it just turns and snarls at you.
okay, good.
I just paused for a second. Go. Is everyone okay?
Not.
Oh, it got toasty in here all of a sudden, didn't
Do
it?
it again, do it again.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what it did, so I took a chance.
Also,
Sorry.
the grandfather clock is now on fire.
Yay.
Would you like to do
boy.
anything else, Magpie? What's going on? Who's?
We're friends again.
No, you're
are you
not.
We're
doing?
definitely friends again. The bucket is with you.
No friends.
I would like to.
If you want, you
no,
can,
I'm good, I
You
think.
could bonus action hide from your friends who are now on fire.
Oh,
Might be upset
no.
with you.
boy.
I'll-
Okay.
I'll just stand here, looking slightly terrified at what I've just
Did
done.
anybody actually die?
Because
I don't think so.
No,
Okay,
I've
the
got
one,
8 hit
like-
points
Okay,
left, not
okay.
quite, no.
I'll just put that back. I'll just put it back. I won't use it again. I promise.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't wait
Still
for the
got
next
22
time you
points.
pull it out, just to see everyone's faces.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that brings us to. Oh, come on, TTS. Stone.
Yeah.
Go Stone.
So, as the only one not affected by this massive blast of fire, what would you like to do?
So, because I was sort of thinking of casting Guiding Bolt, but spells don't really seem to be doing much to it. I'm getting the feeling from watching all of this, this is like a puzzle fight. And just like throwing spells at it's probably not going to do that much, if anything. Like, what did it do on its first attack?
It tried to claw at Father Buckets,
But it missed. Maybe it's not
Right,
actually
so
a
it-
threat.
But I'm starting to wonder whether,
Against
yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
this might just be.
Maybe the real bad guy is Magpie.
It would
I
seem like that.
I think there's a basement, which is why I was trying to move the clock, because he's not got normal eyes, and I saw
Is
eyes peeking up.
has
through the
anybody got
floor,
like a
so-
detect illusion or anything?
I do have a detect magic, which I think I'm going to use next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got like
But-
see invisibility and fairy fire, but that's not really going to do much for us in this.
Sure. What would you like to do,
Um,
Stone?
Anyway, yes.
I think, yeah, like figuring that casting, like just throwing spells away against the thing's not going to do that much. I think we need to find a puzzle, solve a puzzle, and the clock seems to be our best bet. So what came from Yulna moving the clock? I didn't quite catch that.
Yulna tried to pick it up and it barely moved.
I'm assuming the clock's been fairly ravaged
Right.
by this spell.
It is on fire and
And
slightly singed in kind of all parts closest to the blast.
Xander is on 2 HP as well, if you have any.
yeah, okay.
I'm on 8, so.
Sorry.
Yeah, Xander's looking pretty hurt.
yeah.
His
I
kind of
guess-
bright white hair is now mostly black and singed, slightly shorter than it was.
Roasted,
I
Oh,
roasted,
you've
What
dyed
I'll
your
do-
hair too. Cool.
roasted carrots. Anybody? I wouldn't quite. It's not quite. It's not dye. It's
Oh.
kind. It's not
Dye-
natural
dye-
either, though. I guess.
So I guess I could run in and just cure wounds on Xander. That would be like my move and action. And I wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
help.
is
Whatever-
that
assist with
do
the
whatever
clock
you
or-
want.
is that the touch range one or is that
Cure
Range spell
wounds
attack.
is touch. Yes, I need
Okay.
to run.
so you want to jump past Yulna and just get
Yeah.
next to Xander? Find a slot to put you in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. That's exactly where you are.
I'll do. Yep.
In fact, I might actually jazz it up a little and cast it because it's level 1. I might cast it at second level to do 2d8
Sure,
rather than just
Your
1d8.
benevolent
And
Goliath.
go for it.
my spellcasting ability modifier, which is +4, I guess, because it's wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Right. So 2d8. Come on, good dice.
Some of the better than others.
5, 8 +4, so have 12 hit points.
Nice.
I'll take it. Thanks very
Better
much.
than 2.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, and I cross off a second level slot.
You
Done.
said 12, right?
Yes.
Any bonus action, Stone?
I can't do like a bonus action, some kind of check on the clock to see if I see anything.
No, that would be an
Just like a-
action to investigate.
That, yeah, I figured it. I thought it might be, but worth a shot. No, I think I'm done for now.
Sure. Which brings us back to top of the round. The ghostly apparition.
Ding ding ding.
This is where it just like one punches us out of existence.
It's
Yeah,
going
I hope
to.
not.
Let's get the move tool because I locked it. Yeah. It's going to float this direction,
Yeah,
Needs
sounds
to
about
move.
right.
move about 15 feet, turns around, and what you watch is it makes a vicious, deadly-looking claw swipe at the space next to Magpie and doesn't hit anything.
Okay.
And it's all the while snarling again. Kind of, again, you hear the whisper in all of your heads, "Die!" That is the end of its turn.
Anyone got any hair color?
Hair color.
Die.
Die.
Yeah.
JD.
It was so bad, no one got it. Yoda, what would you like to do?
Right, his whole turn
I-
was just to go die. Was that
No,
it?
it
I
made an
missed-
attack at nothing.
Oh, another miss attack. Oh, okay. So.
It didn't miss. It just made an attack at.
Thin air.
It's attacking you in the past.
I am growing increasingly convinced that there's someone hiding in a basement of sorts, so I would like to get downstairs. Is the floor weak enough if I did a big old like jump
Ground
with my large size
Seismic slam.
elephant bounce or something?
Sure, we'll call it a jump
Elephant
attack.
bounce.
If you want to jump as high as you can and then stamp
Yeah.
on the ground. So give me
Yeah.
give me an attack, just with your strength modifier.
That's a 9, and my strength is +3, so that's a 12.
You jump as high as you can in the air, slam your elephant hooves. Do the elephants have hooves? Not really hooves. They're kind of feet. Someone in
more
chat,
like-
tell me what elephants have. And
Trunks, right?
Yuna slams them down on the
Oh, I
ground,
guess not.
and it seems fairly thick stone. You don't.
Aye.
You've cracked
was
some of the
gonna say,
tiling
yeah, stone is-
that's there, but you don't seem to have made any kind of descent down.
Oh, did we get to swing hammers at the thing when it moved away?
Oh yeah, you would have, Bucket, because it did move out of your range.
And me?
Sure, yeah.
I was in close combat with it.
Give me some
might,
attacks.
Let's see
Might as
what
well make an
happens.
attack.
It
See
might
what happens.
provide more clues. 14.
You swing out at it, and it seems to pass through its billowing cloak.
I rolled 26.
26.
Not a crit.
You leap forward with all of your warlock deftness and put all of your small amount of weight behind a thrust of your longsword, and it goes straight through it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even react at all.
This usually works, Garrett. What's up?
I don't know what's
think it's
going on.
real.
It doesn't taste of anything.
Thinking pose.
Yura, that was your action. You got any movement or bonus?
I kind of feel like I should go into another room to see if there's like any stuffs, so I might move.
Sure.
I can't believe we're getting Scooby-Dooed.
Yeah.
I can't see my move number.
Oh, you might need to zoom out a bit. It's kind of high
Oh,
above
there we
your
are.
head.
I want to go 30 feet into this over here room if I can.
Sure. I'll try doing it with the move tool. It might be tricky because it's. Oh, I've pushed lots of people. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks.
That was a pretty great flick that I was just did.
There you go. Stone fell over. Lovely. This room seems even barer than the other places you've been.
More of them.
A sack
the
of a
cave.
cracked pot, but nothing else. That brings us to Xander.
I might do a should I investigate this whole room? What about this urn? I'm just kick the urn over.
Check for traps and treasure.
I'm just gonna can I investigate this room in the middle of combat? Is that doable? I'm gonna do that.
What specifically are you looking for?
Weird stuff. I don't know. A projector on the ceiling.
If you want to generally investigate, the creature and where it might be coming from,
Yeah,
you can do that.
I think. I'll tell you what. It came down like where the urn is, so I'm wondering if maybe. But it was the clock. How on fire is the clock?
It's smouldering, kind of little licks of flames on the exposed bits, but most of it's a fairly big chunk of
Wait,
wood.
did you all not already do a clock investigation? No, you jumped, didn't you?
Yuna investigated it before
before
the fight
Yeah.
started.
Okay, I'll do clock
And I
investigation.
saw eyes and a mirror in the
Yeah,
base
sure.
of it.
I'm going to do a clock investigation. I'm going to look at this clock real hard as my D20 will allow me
Go
to.
for it.
I rolled a 19
Mhm.
plus, I guess, investigation is +4, so 23.
Sure. You look. You have to kind of jump to see the top of it, but it seems the top part seems a fairly standard grandfather clock. As you look in the bottom section, you can also see a small mirror at the bottom, which is now kind of caked over with soot from the fireball, but you can see it still slightly swiveling from side to side.
Okay. Can I attempt? Can I smash it?
7 years bad luck.
I don't care.
Sure, I'll say you could attempt to smash it as part of.
As a
Could
part
I
of your
like
action.
use
Set everyone on fire.
like the hilt of my sword to make it a bit more effective? Although the hilt of my sword is mostly vegetable. So. I don't know.
Go for it. Why not?
It is a magical weapon, though. So, what am I making a strength check or?
Just give me a straight attack.
I rolled 8 plus 7. Maths is hard. 13. No. 15.
It's the AC of a clock.
15. I rolled 15.
Yeah, sure. You you-
24, surely.
you can feel the hair on your arm slightly singe as you reach into this still smouldering clock, but you just kind of give it a little tap to this mirror, and it cracks, and it stops moving.
Okay. That's my turn.
I'm loving the dramatic music for this,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
intense clock.
You
looking
crack the
at.
clock.
Dramatic.
Xander versus tiny swiveling mirror. That's
Today our party take on the most dangerous foe of all, time.
Nice.
suddenly the clock transforms, like grows arms, mecha, Power Rangers, clock robot. Yeah. Okay. I mean,
Sure,
does anything happen when I do that?
No, it just stops moving. Douglas,
Okay.
it is
My turn's
your
over.
turn.
I did a thing.
Okay, so I have my suspicions. I would like to cast Detect Magic, which, for the duration, it's a concentration up to 10 minutes. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to... you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn the school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, and a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Sure.
So,
You,
and it's got 30 feet.
You focus your arcane magic through your armor, and it's almost like a kind of heads-up display on your visor helm, and you kind of scan the area, and there's a definite magical aura around this creature, and you sense it is the aura of illusory magic.
Ooh, can't tell where it's
Right.
from.
Okay.
Wow,
Cool.
I can't believe.
I
man,
thought
a lot of
it was a bit familiar. So I guess I'll relay that to people. Like, it's an illusion, but you need to find the caster.
Oh.
I knew it.
Did I just set everyone on fire for nothing?
Yes.
I can't believe after we're fighting this harmless
Sorry.
illusion, Magpie is the real threat. Okay.
And with that, I am going to use my bonus action to regain, to use my defensive field to regain some temporary hit points.
Sure.
Because I lost them all in the fireball.
You did.
So I'm getting them back. And
I go and sit back
yeah.
in the chair.
Sit in the
Chair's
chair.
broken.
Think about
You
what
broke the
you've
chair.
done.
You
Sit
break
in-
everything.
Sit in the remains of your fancy chair.
I guess I'll use my movement to. So let's have a look. How far? Ooh, mama. I've got 25 feet, so I guess I'll like.
You get into this little bit of room.
Ooh, yeah, I'll just search for. That's not the green button. There we go. Right.
Oh.
That's.
Oh, mama.
that's
Go.
Douglas parkour. Right.
Sure. You
And
enter
I'll-
this room. You see another similarly dusty area. A lot of kind of scrapes and things around, but you see some destroyed furniture in the far end. A large, old, tattered rug in the center, and a candelabra on the other side.
Okay. Alright, cool. Well, I can't do anything else with my turn.
No, you
but
cannot.
Yeah, that's me done.
Father Bucket.
So, yeah.
Would you like to?
I'll ask with like a free action or something. Do we think it's from the clock?
I found a tiny mirror and I broke it, but
Everything else with the clock is chill.
I think so.
There was someone looking from beneath it. I'll shout through. There was someone definitely looking up using the mirror as a periscope. I think there's a basement.
Oh.
Sure, that's about as much conversation as you can have in one round.
I kind of just want to lay the smack down on the clock.
And you're very welcome to.
Okay.
This clock is bad.
I really want to just go to town on it. Screw it, I'm going to do it. So I'm gonna channel
I
divinity
start pulling out the wand again. It's like,
to and use a bonus action to become a peerless athlete.
Okay.
Excuse me, which allows me to jump an additional 10 feet above what I can normally jump. So I'm gonna leap up.
Whatever you
Is that
say.
what you're going to do to get onto the chandelier?
Oh yeah. Hopefully use the chandelier for a bit of
Oh.
extra lift as well.
Oh, sure,
and just hammer time straight down on top of this clock.
Did you say you can jump up 30 feet?
An additional 10 feet.
Oh, I was like, what?
You watch as this this dwarf, who's basically as wide as he is tall, just kind of seemed to summon this athletic prowess out of nowhere and jump
Under
up
his
in the air
thighs.
with hammer in one hand, grabbing hold of the chandelier with his shield hand, swinging backwards and forwards, and then leaping off. Sure, let's say he does a flip as well. You do a little
Yeah.
front flip, hammer down onto the grandfather.
Like Yoda.
Yeah.
Like speed
me an
lines
attack.
appear off him, his
The
hair
bucket
glows.
compels you. Oh balls! It's an 8. Do I get advantage, please?
No.
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 So this good
clock
news.
remains
This bit of
uncovered.
wall next to the grandfather clock completely gone. Bucket
Hooray.
has smashed
I
it
whipped
into
it.
tiny bits of stone dust.
It's now an open
He's now
plan
there.
house. This increases the
There
value.
you go.
Yeah, Kevin McLeod would be proud.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm getting ready. I'm winding up.
Would you like to do anything else as a bonus?
That was a
Oh,
bonus
that was
action
your
for the
bonus.
fearless
You
athlete
could
part.
move away from whatever you've just done.
I'm ready for
Just
round 2.
Stay there. Okay. Magpie, what would you like to do?
Um, I'm just gonna very, very slowly like skirt around between the spectre.
Now walk
and
through
just
it.
kind of join everyone by the clock.
You
just
do.
being quiet, not saying
yeah.
anything.
You're just kind of slowly edging around it. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem to have noticed your presence at all or made any attack towards you as you swing past it.
And I sort of
Look at the
yeah,
clock then.
I sidle up to behind everyone, and go just go. Hi. How
Look
are we
at that
doing?
face.
Just the sort of sheepish grin, like. And that's all I'm gonna do.
You're doing
Okay.
great, kid. You're doing great.
Good turn. I like it. Stone, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm looking at this. Well, to sort of obviously from where I'm stood, I wouldn't be able to see the rug in this room, but I can see from looking on the map, this rug in this room looks like it might be covering a possible.
It looks like
Stairwell
hella
down.
suspicious.
It is
Yeah, exactly.
kind of what I wanted to
Go
check.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I have to move space to get into there and move that rug?
Well, I mean, you haven't seen the rug yet, so you'd have to move round.
Yeah.
If you want to
Yeah,
just
you
say
can't
you
use-
have a general
Yeah.
look around the house, then sure. 'cause you went that way.
Well,
and
yeah.
saw
I,
the
I,
rug.
I would like to investigate this room that Douglas is in.
You're using meta knowledge there, Sam.
Well.
I'd say
I mean-
with your movement, you couldn't quite get up to the rug anyway.
No.
Is there a hole now where the clock was, or is it?
No,
just
the clock's
clock's
still
still
there.
there.
It's just
Bucket missed it.
smouldering.
Oh,
I
I
missed.
thought. Oh,
He missed the clock and hit the
oh.
wall.
Yeah.
You missed the clock.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was.
It was very impressive, though.
It's a very impressive miss.
It's fine. I can do this for 10 minutes.
Well,
It's gonna do it again.
I'm still going to move into that room and get as close as I can to the rug for if there is something underneath.
Sure, you'd get like kind of into the doorway about where Douglas is. Sure,
Perfect.
a bit.
That'll do.
So
You've got an
good.
action bonus if you'd like.
Annoyingly, I realised I did actually have a better healing spell that I could have done.
That's
in
alright.
place of
I
the one
don't.
that
I
did
don't
do.
think I'm in
But-
danger anymore.
No, but it's like a,
Looking
it's a
at
big
Magpie's
AoE one
wand.
that does everybody. So
the fact that the only damage that's been done has been me.
And it wasn't great.
Sometimes
You
I'm
fought,
sorry.
you fought some pretty hefty foes already, and
I'm so proud of
the
you.
closest Xander came to dying was from you.
27
Yeah.
damage in one.
The real enemies were the friends we made along the way.
Definitely.
The
so
real
glad.
enemies
The
were the
idiotic
things
tieflings that
inside
we-
Magpie's bag.
The bucket is strong with this one.
I expect
No.
much compensation. You suffered
Stone, do you have any
one time.
actions or bonuses that you'd like to do?
No, I think I'm just gonna like get away from the next potential blast radius.
Good plan.
I'm not doing anything, I
approve.
swear.
This brings us to the creature's turn. Having failed to hit anything in this direction, it's going to turn around. Ooh, select the right axis to swivel. No,
Oh no.
that way. It's going to turn around this way, and then you
The
watch.
magic goes turning.
You watch as it walks back into this room, basically through Xander.
Nice.
Although it's just currently pushing Xander, and it's again just swinging its arms, and you hear again, die, die, and it just passes straight through you, swinging wildly.
Great. Amazing.
At this point, I'm going to turn off the battle music and turn on some creepy music instead, because it's funny.
Do you reckon we could just camp out here for a few
Are
days?
we no longer in combat?
Like a-
Are we just like searching and just
yeah,
If you'd like to
flying around
leave the
and kind of, like,
initiative order, you
ignoring?
can now if you want.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we've all realised something.
Yeah.
Can I go for
Also,
round
can
two
I
then?
just say,
If you want to
The-
try
the
and smash
spell
the
I-
clock again by
I
the
would
big
like
jump,
to.
you can
Well,
go
I was
for it.
going to try and halfling push it over, but it probably wouldn't work very well.
Halfling push.
Don't worry, stand aside. I got this. Don't worry.
Oh god, where did I go?
smiley face.
Sure, give me another
Oh,
attack.
I'm up, you're
Okay.
upstairs.
Is Bucket attacking the clock?
Yeah.
I'm going in.
I
I'm
wanted to go
diving
here.
into the air again. Oh, balls!
Oh,
This dice.
the bookcase next to Bucket explodes in a splinter
Okay,
of
I'm gonna
wood.
try and push it over and do the same thing, and try and show him up.
Sure, give me a strength check.
I rolled a 3. I have a 0 strength bonus.
You watch as Xander kind of stretches out his shoulders, puts his arms on the still warm side of the grandfather clock, and then just with an enormous amount of effort goes, and you see his little legs scraping along the floor as he moves nowhere. With the grandfather clock doesn't
Can I have
move.
some help? I think we
help
should push
Xander.
this over.
I leap in the air again.
While you're doing that,
Right there.
people trying to investigate this room.
I would like to look under this rug, please.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Ooh, I rolled a 20.
Yay!
Oh, nice.
So that is 23.
You know precisely where this rug was made and what it's made from.
Yes.
you grab the
Ah,
edge.
I have one of these at home.
You grab the edge of the rug and go to lift it up, and only the kind of edge inch seems to move at all, and you can see that it is connected to a portion of the floor, and this portion of the floor does seem to have a very tiny gap between it and the rest of the room.
The rug is attached to the floor.
With your 20 investigation check, you would surmise that this is some kind of large trapdoor to which the rug is then affixed on top.
Roger that. Hey guys, I think this rug
JD.
is stuck to the top of a trapdoor.
You just roll a 2 again.
No, that was before.
While you're doing this, Bucket has destroyed everything but the grandfather clock in the whole house.
Oh no, I did it this time.
Hey!
Oh,
You smack your hammer into the side of the grandfather clock, and
Oh, I was jumping from above again.
oh sure, you fired. You destroy the top half of the grandfather clock.
Does it trigger Thunderous Smite?
Do I need to make a dex save?
please say
again?
yes.
Does Thunderous Smite say creature or attack?
First time you hit with a melee weapon.
Sure. Yeah, Thunderous Smite.
Yes!
Do I need to make a dex check?
No,
Again.
you're okay. It's not
Yay.
just shards of wood
So-
and a few kind of cogs and things. You get hit with a
Rings-
spring in the face.
Rings with a thunder that's audible within 300 feet.
Yeah, the whole house
Oh,
shakes
God.
dramatically.
Oh
And
wow.
I can
Do I
push-
still have hearing?
And it throws
going to get
the thing that I
guard.
hit 10 feet away from me. And is knocked prone.
Are there any passers-by outside this
So if
house?
there's anything below, it's got a
mean,
clock propelled
you've-
at them.
Give me a crowd. I'm the
Sure,
front door
they're-
now of just people going, what's going on?
The clock is in tiny pieces spread around the place, and you can now see underneath the clock the kind of the base plate that the clock was mounted to is still there, but you can see a hole about 5 inches across going down into something below, and a small wood metal rod that you could surmise that is what the mirror was attached to before it was destroyed completely.
Yeah, take that mirror.
Oh, I was hoping to just put the whole base plate onto whoever it was.
Not quite.
And they now have the other end of a periscope impaled through their face.
I mean, we haven't been down there yet. Who knows?
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything?
I mean, we want to try and figure out this.
Yeah, you said there was a trap
Yeah, I
door
guess
in there,
I'll
didn't you?
start
Yeah.
walking around the
Yeah.
house and
Just
probably
make it up.
eventually find this rug room.
Yeah, I guess we just want to lift the
Where is this
trapdoor
rug of which you
and-
speak?
Lift it, stand on it, or fiddle with the candlestick, see if that opens it.
I mean, I
Uh,
tried lifting it and it's glued to whatever's beneath it.
Should,
So,
should I just do a
Can I-
general room investigation?
I'll help lift.
Dan, if you want to investigate the room,
Yep.
you can do so.
Well,
Wow,
I'm
dice,
still-
come on.
sure.
I rolled 2.
If we all lift
It's a nice
together,
room,
Yeah, I
except
would've-
that
Oh,
everything's
nice.
broken and it's all dusty.
I mean, that would have been a 6, but
Play the song.
I am still a peerless athlete, so I'm ready to lift this thing.
Okay, well this is going on whilst you were still breaking up your clock.
Oh, okay.
So Douglas and Stone, what are you doing?
yeah, sure.
I guess Yulna's let us know it's a trapdoor.
Yeah.
So, can we not simply just lift it? Like, was
You
it
can
too
give it a
heavy
go.
when Yulna?
Try. I don't
Yeah,
think you'll
sure.
already
I
checked.
didn't ask to lift it. I was
Yeah,
bucket was
Yeah,
swinging
yeah,
from
okay.
chandeliers. So.
Yeah. So I guess does Stone want to assist so we can go with?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll-
so
I'll-
you can both make strength checks if you like, or one of you can roll with advantage.
I'll assist Stone. I think. I
okay.
think. So
I've got big
Stone-
numbers, but I've got bad dice rolls. So what do you want? Just roll a
Strength check
d20?
with advantage.
Righto. So that's. Check what the first one comes out as.
Nice.
Good. Good.
No, this is fine.
Get the bad one out of the way.
Another 5.
That's how it works.
Nice.
Oh!
Hey!
That
Yeah.
rug just got lifted.
Whoop! Fires up.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it when all the critical rolls come out on like really menial things, like
Yeah.
investigating a
Yeah.
rug, lifting up a rug.
Tear the
Yeah.
trapdoor from the ground.
Douglas and Stone
Oh.
both grab corners of this rug and give it an almighty heave, and you hear a strange clanking of some kind of mechanism and some gears as a large trapdoor is forced open. As you're doing this, Yuna, you can see one of the staves on the candlestick is also kind of coming down, as if that was the mechanism that would have opened it, but it's been triggered in reverse by the trapdoor being opened.
Nice.
And,
We do everything properly. We really do.
Douglas halfway
Yes! I'm gonna like.
Douglas, halfway
It's from
through,
stone.
the trapdoor is lifted out of your grasp, and it's now just a
Oh.
stone holding it.
We're just hanging
dangling.
on, just legs
Yeah.
wagging.
I'm hoping.
Oh.
I am doing my best. I am.
Oh.
Perfect. Yeah, you're looking down
Amazing.
beneath the trapdoor. You can see some very dark stone steps.
I can't see anything
I
down
would
there.
once
so-
again step
Yeah,
down
I-
first as having like dark vision.
You're currently the only thing stopping the trapdoor from slamming shut, Stone.
Then I won't
I
do that.
guess I'll head down
I'll
first.
hold it because I can't see in the dark anyway. So
Who has like what's everybody's?
so I'm
uh,
damaged. So
yeah, I was going to
feel
say,
free
what's
to
everybody's
use the door
HP like at the
handle.
moment?
That's
I'm
true.
22 with full
Oh, okay.
temporary hit points. So
I guess Douglas probably should go in first then, given that.
Go on,
he's the
Douglas.
person.
Yeah. How is everyone else doing that also took the blast? Because I can.
I'm on 8.
Right.
I assume the trapdoor
Right,
can be.
Can I go up to Yulna and bless her with the power of the bucket?
Sure, what's that do?
lay on hands. or
I'm gonna lay on hands.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
have a
you
special
touch
thing.
my knee.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's equal to 5 times my paladin level, and that went up. What's 5 times 4?
20.
20.
20.
Maths. Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
would you like 20 hit points?
you-
Yes.
Leon,
I'm
do you
gonna-
just straight up give someone 20 hit
Straight
points?
Yeah,
up
lay on
give it-
hands is just you have a
Wow.
pool and you can give anyone up
Oh,
to your
lay on
max.
hands is so good.
I know, right?
So you can
Man,
split it
that's
around,
it.
like and give
I
it
remember
4 people 5
second,
if you
second
want.
So
edition
I'm-
D&D, lay on hands was awful.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna
I'll
utter a
take
little-
20,
I'm gonna
but
utter a little
if other
speech
people need it,
about the power of the bucket, and
God.
That is the downside. You have to listen to a short
tell
speech
you
about
you
it.
that the bucket is strong with her.
Smile
It's got
and nod.
leaflets.
The bucket
Father
is strong.
Bucket like puts a little leaflet into your hand and is like, here, look, just read this book. Take it. It's free. I have many.
While you're doing this, the spectre creature, which was still just kind of wandering around the house, swinging wildly, going, die!
I'm like following it around, mocking it, and like,
It suddenly, in the middle of swinging one of its claws, it just disappears.
I think that it comes over and just watches, like, oh, cool.
I'm just like,
Pops
take
out of
note of that
existence.
bucket.
crap.
Nice one.
I have a question.
You've
Yes.
solved the
Can
riddle,
I-
Brave Adventurer.
Can I, if I cast Mage Hand, can I use my Mage Hand to like hold the trapdoor up?
Don't think a mage hand is that strong.
No, I think you can hold like 5 pounds or something with
Yeah.
a mage
Uh,
hand.
It
This
says you,
is a
it says you
big
can't
action.
use a
Depends
mage
how
hand
heavy
to
the
make
trapdoor
an
is. Bigger
attack
trapdoor.
or do
Okay.
anything like that. So I'm assuming you can't do
Yeah.
anything that
Yeah,
requires
so
a
you
strength
can't- yeah,
check
fair
Or like
with a mage.
€8.
Shut
Oh,
up.
Contact free transactions.
Given that
The hand can't attack.
you'll
Accessing
noticed
magical items.
the candelabra, can I now try and tug on the candelabra to see if triggering it the correct way will
Yeah.
cause it to not shut?
Sure.
Has
You-
Stone,
you
has
grab
Stone
hold of
ripped
the-
trapdoor off the hinges.
You,
Yeah, I
well,
was gonna say. if
Yuna
I, like,
walks up
totally
to the
broke it, what can we
candelabra,
use the
and
mechanism?
you do hear a kind of, as you pull it, you hear a clanking of chains and something whir, and then a crunch as it gets to where Stone is holding up the trapdoor, and it lifts slightly further up and holds itself there.
Nice.
Eh.
Hey.
Very nice. Alright, nice. So I guess I want to kind of head down.
Is it like too dark for me to see anything?
You could see it's still kind of dim from the very top, so you can see like 60 feet. People with dark vision can see a
Do we
bit
still-
more.
Not that
But
I'm
beyond
gonna,
that-
not
Do we
that
still
I'm
have
going to
the
be able to
glowing pebbles?
effectively stealth down there anymore. Really.
Okay.
I can
wait
again.
for
If someone
others.
stays within
Stone
10
can
feet
give
of
you,
me,
yeah.
I can like stay within 10 feet. I can give a willing person dark vision.
Or we
Or share
send
light.
Douglas down there and just light the room up.
I was gonna say, do I have did I end up exchanging 1 gold coin for 100 coppers? feel like
Yeah,
it's a
I
thing
think
wanted to do.
You
don't
I
know
think
if I
anytime
actually
you
did.
want to have done that, that's fine. I'm not going to role play
Okay,
going
then
to
I
a
guess I'll,
coin
okay,
merchant every
cool.
time. Banker.
Cool. All right. I guess I'll just take a copper, tap it, and make it like a little glow light again, and give it to Xander.
Yeah. Thanks, Douglas.
Xander
have
has
a
a glow
little
stick,
torch.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I'll do the same. Does Yulna need it? Does Yulna not have
Yeah,
night
I
vision
can't
either?
see either. I can
that-
follow
Are
around
the-
after Stone
Douglas,
though.
are these the ones that last forever?
Forever.
Oh
Forever.
my gosh.
Yeah. Tap tap. There you go.
Yeah, I'll have
Yulna.
one. Thanks.
Can I,
Do they
Right,
last forever if you cast
Eternal
it
glow
again?
sticks.
I
Is this
have-
light that
ooh,
you're
that's a
casting?
good question.
Apparently the stream's frozen.
No, no, no. It's
No,
it's
okay.
No, this
Oh no.
I got
did.
an error 3000.
wow.
Oh.
It's
No,
back
it's
if I
a,
refresh it.
I love.
Yeah,
I love
I'm
Outback.
not
Outback.
swapping
Right.
frames currently.
It's a class feature. So let's have a look.
Yeah, it's
Back
working.
chat.
It's working for me.
Chat's refreshing.
Oh, just
We'll wait for chat to refresh.
Just, well,
I-
refresh. Like just pause and unpause the stream. That's what I usually do when something
Yeah.
actually needs refreshing, rather than
Chat,
blanking chat.
chat, you are so refreshing.
Yeah.
Magpie, you look
Also-
down at the 5 burnt corpses of your friends, and you cannot believe what you've done.
I'm gonna get flashbacks.
Also, I can have a number of objects affected by this feature at one time equal to my int modifier.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I can do
fancy.
this with
If
two
I
more
like
things.
wrap it in a bit of cloth and put it in my bag, is it still really bright and noticeable?
No, it's not like daylight.
It sheds 5 feet of bright light and 5 feet of dim light after that.
Wow, thanks,
it's
Douglas.
It's
literally
about
like
the
a
same as a
little
candle.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like it's better than nothing. It's not great, but it's yeah.
Yeah, I've
I'm
got.
if
gonna
it was
slip it in my glove, so I've always got it there, and I can take it out if I need it.
I've,
Worst comes to worst, you can like throw it like a glow stick.
Well, I was going to say, I've got light on a cantrip, which seems like it does the same thing, but 20-foot radius. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It ends if I cast it again or dismiss it as an action, but I could put that on one of your coins and we just whip it down there like a.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though. What if someone's waiting at the bottom and sees
Yeah.
I'll
us
get hit in the
just
face by a
lighting
coin.
up the entire
Send me in
room?
stone, I have no fear.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't think we're going to be
okay.
able to sneak down there right now.
Well, I was going to say, what I could always do is confer the dark vision that I have to someone who is able to like go down there sneakily. They can
I'm
look
pretty
before we light
sure
the place up,
whatever's down
and
there
then we light the place up.
knows what's happening. We should probably
Yeah,
go down
I'm
there.
pretty sure
yeah.
whatever's down there will have realised now. We made a
Alright.
rather a lot of noise.
Yeah, a lot of vandalism went down. a
Yeah,
little bit
yeah.
of
Let's
arson.
just get
There's
let's
like-
just
Yeah.
get down there and let's have a
Yeah.
look.
Okay. Well then, all right. Let's just rock it down to
So-
the basement.
If you're all walking down the steps, give me a marching order. Let me know how you're
Sure,
moving.
I guess I'll head down.
I'll
first.
be near the front if I
I
may.
will be
Well-
in the middle
I would expect to go somewhere near the front
or the back.
because again, like dark and spooky things, that's kind of my jam.
I'll happily be within
I'm gonna
throwing
be at the
distance
back.
of stone.
I will be one in front. Magpie.
I'll be fairly near the back, I reckon.
Okay,
A larger up front, larger in the rear. Seems.
Whereas,
I'll just go. I'll be like with Sash a little bit in front of you and Magpie.
So is it dwarves and stone at the front, Xander in the middle, Magpie, Yuna at the back?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm going to be
Sure.
right at the very back, still slightly shamefaced.
In what manner are you moving? Would you like to go somewhat stealthily and in as much as you can after making a lot of noise?
I say we go.
I say-
we just march
Douglas
in there.
is just clanking in
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
regular
Oh.
way. Like, oh, it feels good to be underground again. Oh, marvelous. Just like clanking around.
It's like being at
yeah,
home.
perhaps like not like trying to be stealthy, but kind of cautiously so we don't just run into any
Sure,
further traps. and
okay.
things.
Yeah,
can-
sure.
Slowly, cautiously make your way down the steps.
Yeah.
It descends maybe another 30 feet from what you could see,
Hmm.
and then
Blimey.
it continues the same width as the trapdoor and the stairs into another corridor, except for a small cutting on your right, which seems to curve back on itself. Do you want to carry on forward, or would you like to go down the smaller avenue?
Good question.
I guess we're all following stone at this point,
Yes.
to some degree.
Yeah. What were the choices again? Sorry.
It carries on forward in kind of the same width, or there's a small cutting that bends back on itself.
Ooh. Split the party.
I was gonna say,
Gee-
how small?
Geographically, which way under the house are we going? Like, does it?
So that
I sort
yeah.
of trying to draw out with my hand. Like, are we going like?
so saying
Is it like
saying
coming
that the
down this
door
way and
is
then
the
cutting
south
back?
side of the
Right
house.
this way.
You went down.
South, hang on.
The door is on the south. You went
Oh, so
down
it's on. Yes, okay.
down the stairs to the west, and the corridor continues to the west, and the small corridor snakes back to the east.
Small corridor, I'd say then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
you
You can always
turn
leave
back.
someone at the top of the stairs for a minute. To make sure no one sneaks out.
Basically, what I'm thinking is
I'll stay
I would want
behind.
to head I would want to head in the direction of where the grandfather clock is
yeah.
situated. In the
Sure,
house. Like, try
that
and-
would
try
be
and
the
go back
small
to-
corridor.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
good idea.
then I'm gonna go that way.
Sure, stone squeezes themselves into this corridor. Your shoulders definitely
Get
scraping,
stuck.
and the top of your head.
Grinding along the sides.
You're kind of chipping off little bits of stone and dust as you force your way through, but it's not too bad. You managed to get your way through. No one can really see anything past you, so they're dependent on kind of you to see anything
Yeah.
coming up.
Okay.
Magpie, are you
Do
staying at the
I
top of the
see
stairs?
anything coming up?
I'll stay like at the sort of between the corridor that everyone else is going down and the first one, like just at the bottom of the stairs.
I'll say as we're kind of going past, like, if anything comes by, just do the stick thing again. That was great.
Okay,
The stick thing.
maybe. I'm not entirely sure it does the same thing every time.
Well, one way to find out.
I guess.
Sure, so Magpie, you're
Um,
staying at the top of the stairs. The rest of you are squeezing down this small corridor. Stone, do you want to give me a perception check?
I would love to. This is. Wait, what?
Wisdom, I think.
Ah, yeah, I get +4. Yes, that's good. That's good for
Yeah.
me. I was just wanted to check.
Perceptive.
Come on.
Wow.
Oh.
4, so 8.
Sure, you kind of, even with your dark vision, you, for some reason, having a hard time concentrating on this very, kind of very bare corridor. But you're
Still kind of dazed from the explosion that I wasn't part of, but did see.
yeah, it's still, the burning sphere is still etched
My
into
pupils
your
are still
retinas.
like
yeah.
pinpricks. Yeah.
But as you make your way along, and you eventually come to the end of the corridor, which seems to open out into a square maybe twice as big as the corridor itself,
Right.
and just a small inlet with what appears to be a stool, and then a bunch of destroyed, slightly burnt wood and metal work.
Right.
Strewn around
Well,
the
I guess
With
chamber.
the clock has presumably fallen through the hole.
Guess I'll like step in and make room for others to enter the room.
It could maybe fit.
I can move.
Someone-
I can
maybe
move. I
Xander.
can move. I can actually move through any
Which is-
creature bigger than me.
Yeah,
Well,
you
that's
can
fine.
get
Competition
Xander in with you,
isn't
not
such a
really
bad
anyone
thing.
else.
I
would say in
just.
the corridor
I just
back
deftly move
towards
underneath
Magpie.
Stone's feet.
I was gonna say, I feel like Xander's going to want to be like, as it was kind of like Xander was kind of called to this house. I feel like they're the one that's going to want to be investigating everything and checking everything out. So
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I can just choose to move through creatures who are bigger than me. I don't need
Yeah.
to ask permission. So
Weaving in and out
Okay,
of his
yeah.
legs
Yeah.
up the small corridor.
grabs me by the neck.
just casually yeets over shoulder.
Like a disobedient cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what. Yeah. I'll move. I'll peek my head around the corner and have a look.
Sure. Do you want to make a perception check or an investigation check if you're looking for something particular?
Perception, I think.
Sure.
In general, because I have no idea what's doing.
And I make sure
Wow.
Xander's got my dark vision on for
Wow.
this. So
I rolled
there's no
I
like.
rolled a cool 2 anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Wood
we're
and
rolling
metal
well
bits.
today.
I believe
Seems odd.
my perception is plus. Not that it matters. +1. So there we go. I rolled
Great.
3.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't really see anything of particular
I
interest.
turn around and shrug.
Question: was my check while I was in the corridor, and can I do another one in this room, or was it like was that just like an everything?
If you want to specifically investigate kind of the rubble and things, you can give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'd like to have a bit of a check on the our investigation. That's not so good. That's a -2. Okay.
Ooh.
Maybe we should have done
let's-
this the other way around.
yeah.
You're pretty sure that this wood and metal came from some kind of airship.
Wow.
Well, as in, no, sorry. As in, the -2 wasn't with the dice roll. That was
Oh,
the roll.
okay.
Okay, the
I
roll was a
thought you
6,
rolled
so
a
-2.
-2.
I get 5. No.
Right.
I would have needed to roll a 0 for that, which is impressive.
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
I still just only rolled 4 as my total.
Okay. Yeah, it's just wood
Yeah.
and metal.
It's from an airship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we're
Friends,
calling
there
me
seems
now?
to be some kind of crashed airship down here.
Yeah.
What's an
Yeah.
airship?
I don't know.
You've heard tell of these strange blimp forms of transport
we can.
that only the richest of those in the continent can afford.
I mean, I guess. What does the room generally look like? Is it quite dark?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. There's just a kind of square cut out of the stone down here.
Okay. Did you actually dark vision me, Stone?
Yes. Yeah. You,
Okay.
you
I mean,
have.
in this amount of space, your coin is more than enough to.
All right.
light
Okay.
everything
Well,
that's
yeah. I'll
there.
probably be just holding that in general. Okay. I guess. I mean, can I investigate now
Sure.
instead? Looking for, I don't know, suspicious
Suspicious.
stuff.
I look for suspicious.
Touching all
I
the
guess
things.
signs that someone was in the room and has now
Please
left.
dice. Okay, this time I rolled a. I forget what my pluses are. I have to mouse back over to my sheet. 14.
14. Yeah, you see the stool and various bits of wood and metal. You also see a couple of shards of mirror attached to some kind of device. It has a kind of small metallic tube coming out of one side of it. And you also find a fairly old copy of some kind of book.
What does it say on the cover?
It says on the cover, Trysts and Trolls.
Trysts and Trolls.
Yes.
I take it I don't know what a tryst is
Dungeons and Dragons.
off the top of my head.
No, sure. You don't know what a tryst is.
Okay. I know what probably know. I feel like a troll would be a relatively.
Yeah, you know
what
what a troll
I've read
is.
about.
Is this romance
those
fiction?
things on the
Yeah, I
god.
was just about to say.
So I'm assuming
Okay,
I'm
so
assuming
there's the
when I
bells and
look
boom.
I'm assuming when I look up this there'll be like the tube going up to the ceiling. I would assuming this is underneath the grandfather clock.
Yeah,
Guys.
you see a small circular hole about 5 inches in
Okay.
diameter.
Okay. I mean, I found this book, guys. I open it up and have a little look.
Sure.
Like
you
a quick flick. Look
you
at the
open up-
contents, whatever. I don't
you
know.
open up to a random page and start to read aloud to your compatriots. She took him in her strong arms.
Wow.
The strength of her love only matched by the powerful rippling muscles of her biceps. As she scooped up the tiny man and carried him off to her forest dwelling. She knew that no matter what happened, no matter what people thought, their love would surpass everything.
In my best thespian voice.
Yes.
Yeah,
So what do you think?
oh, it's spicy this, isn't there? Where's this going?
Don't stop.
Who's the author, Dave?
Yeah.
T.S. Ballworth.
Wow. I'm gonna have to look up their work later.
Amazing.
I guess
wow.
I.
See, this is the thing. When I make up bollocks like this, I have to then make a note of it in case it gets called on.
Well, I mean,
Trysts and
Sorry, Ari, this is
Trolls,
what you have to do.
Yeah.
Arian is the
by
librarian.
T.S. Ballsworth.
Arian, you're the librarian.
Oh
the
yeah,
library.
yeah, you have to do it. You have to keep track of all the weird books I come up with.
Every now and again, in the middle of combat, I'm going to get the book out and read something.
Yes.
Conrad, you're going to go back
Reading.
after the stream to the Dungeons and Dragons channel on the Discord, and someone is going
Someone
to
will
have
have written
written.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just waiting
Cover design.
I'm waiting for the day when someone
Oh.
makes a wiki to track all of these things, and I don't have to
Yeah.
keep notes.
Okay.
can
Well,
just
I mean,
read
I'm going to
on
put
the
it in my
internet.
bag. I guess I'll write it down, and then I can't seem to find anything else interesting in this room, but I'm pretty sure
Between
this is
our
under the
combined points,
grandfather
We're not going
clock.
to get anything else out.
I think we should go back up the stairs.
No, there's the other
I-
corridor.
What?
Have I seen? Yeah, have I seen
Yeah,
anything?
there's another corridor.
Oh wow!
Down
Good
the
job.
other corridor
Good job,
whilst I've been
Xander.
waiting for the others.
Good job.
Yeah, you all kind of squeeze backwards, Yulna and Stone. Stone, you've managed to turn around in this chamber, but Yulna, you can't really turn around in this tight space. You just have to
Oh, no.
squeeze backwards out of...
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a
This
cat
corridor.
in a small space. I don't want
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
It's like, no,
Exactly.
Oh, I made a mistake.
This nut is reversing.
Reverse speed.
It's like
Perfect.
wide-eyed ears back, just like, no, I have to
I'm
walk
using my
backwards
tail
now.
just to feel behind me to make sure
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
going to
yeah,
crash
yeah.
into anything.
Can I go? Can I deftly weave in between everybody and walk back up the stairs?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm smaller
Back
than
up.
everybody. Yeah.
You can get through quicker than most of the rest of them.
Okay.
and just kind of...
I want to go check Magpie's okay. Maybe
That's a
tell
burn
her to come with us.
We're going back to where Magpie is, right?
No,
Yeah,
we're not.
you haven't gone
Yeah,
too
I'm
far away
like
from
I'm
top
at the
of
intersection between the.
Oh man,
different
I'm
corridors.
so
Yeah.
turned around and confused right now.
We went down the stairs, and down the stairs there was a junction of two corridors, and you went down one, and
Yeah.
Magpie stayed at the junction of the
I
other two
stayed at
bits
the
down the stairs.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna start wandering around doing weird stuff. So just grab me if you want to go there.
Okay, cool.
Great.
I as Xander comes back, I was like, "Oh, did you find anything?"
Yeah, I found this really racy book. Twists and Trolls by Balls Man. And
Oldsworth.
Balls,
I mean, who?
and then I flick to a random page and read a sentence.
Okay.
Magpie, what did you say your name was again?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sorry, you're reading another section from.
Yeah, just
Twists and
a
Trolls.
quick
Okay.
sentence. Here we go.
Fire! Cried the villagers.
Max-
There was a large blaze broken out, and all who heard the cry rallied to draw from buckets and various other implements for
lots of
carrying
twists and
water to
turns.
save the village.
What
Now
implements?
we must flee! Cried Cassandra as she picked her small lover up in her powerful arms and made haste for the forest. They knew that this could never last, and that someday they'd all have to return to their lives that they knew before. But for now, they had the comfort of each other's bodies, and the long nights with the burnished flame of the local village in the arson that they had started would light their vigorous workout of the evening. That's what you
Two
get.
questions.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Is this
What-
is this an 8-foot lady with a wide-brimmed hat? Is this Resident Evil Village fantasy?
No, it's a troll.
So, as Xander's reading this out loud, Magpie's lips are mouthing along with the words. I haven't read this before. She's completely unaware that she's doing it though.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Are you
Oh,
pocketing the
10 out
book
of
for
10.
later?
Yeah. It's good. I'm gonna add it to my collection.
Oh, you have to lend it to me when you're done, but I'm interested in that.
Xander's never read before, so this is like
Yeah, we can.
First
We can.
foray into
I'll share it with you. Great.
Yeah, brilliant, but
It's like an illusion that just it plays in your mind. It says these things, and
Yeah. Right. What are you doing? Are you carrying on down the corridor?
Yeah.
Down the corridor, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've backed up so my bum's on the stairs so everyone can filter in front of me if they want.
Sure. Are you going back to the same order you were in before?
Yeah.
Stone, the dwarves.
I guess if everyone's cool with that,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
doing the
You
good
going in the
rolls to
back?
actually.
Magpie with
Yeah.
you wanna? Sure.
I'll stay at the back.
So you carry on further down this bleak stone corridor. It kind of twists and turns in places, but seems to generally keep in a westwardly direction. There's no kind of form of distinction in any sections. No sconces for torches on the wall. But as you carry on, you round one corner and you can see a small glow of torchlight coming from some kind of opening at the end of one stretch of corridor.
I guess move forward and investigate it.
Yeah, I suppose try and slowly move forward.
You just want to carry on moving
Well,
forward at
yeah.
the slow but not stealthy pace you've been going.
Well, I was gonna say.
There's a light over there.
I think it's pretty hard
Do-
for us to be
do-
stealthy right now.
Do we have someone? Well, I was gonna say, do we have someone who's good at sneaking that would be good to go first, so as to not like alert them that we are in the corridor coming this way, or do we just want to like bum rush it?
Tactical bucket.
I'll sneak.
I think the time for sneaking was a long time ago.
Yeah, we
Fair.
have
You'll have to
very
toss
much
me.
declared our presence.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily know that we're right here in this corridor right now.
I think they probably do
They
though.
might. Okay.
Yeah,
then-
but they
We could, if one of us, if one of us sneaks and gets like an eyes on what's going on, then silently
what I
then
figured.
they won't be. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have to toss me.
They don't know.
I will sneak ahead
But
if you want.
yeah, like, is there a way that we can get some sort of advantage on someone being able to get into the room and see what is there without them knowing that there was someone in there in the room looking at them? Is
I
what
can
we're
make
getting at.
myself invisible.
Ooh.
I mean, they're not going to see that, so that would be.
That's the idea.
That's the sort of thing I'm thinking.
Okay, great. I'll do it.
If you want to do that, if you want to use that.
Yeah, I'll do it. If I can cast it quietly-ish. I think I have to say something.
I'm going invisible now.
Invisibility.
Yeah.
You vanish in a puff of glitter and rainbow-coloured smoke.
Even if you have to, even if there's a verbal component, you can still cast it at the same level. You're all talking to each other anyway.
All the trumpets of heaven and hell blare at your departure.
And on cast, I create a fireball dealing 10d10 damage to everybody around.
No one's gonna let me live that way.
Who designed this invisibility spell?
Wonder goes to 5 charges.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself and move into the room.
So as Xander holds up his beloved carrot sword and casts the spell, you see just a quick shimmer and he's completely invisible. And you're not sure where he is or what he's doing. But you just kind of sit and wait in the darkness to see if he comes back. Xander, what are you doing?
I'm going to walk into the room.
Okay. That's where we're going to take a break. We'll be back in 5 or so minutes. Thank you, Peter the Hobbit, for 5 months. And to Mod Tourist. Yeah, 6 months. Thanks. 6 months in advance. Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, friend.
Oh, thanks for your belief in the content.
Yeah.
We'll now have to learn that.
At least
another
6 months of content. Yeah.
Right, thanks everyone. Back in 5 minutes. See you soon.
See you in a sec.
Out of college with grades straight from hell, I browsed for a trade in which I could excel. An ad for a ship in need of some manning, men sails and purpose but lacking a captain. What luck, says I, to find such good fortune. A few white lies later I ran down the pier, bought me a coat and a cutlass or two, jumped on the deck and I yelled at the crew. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port. That's not port. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. I can't sing the shanties, it has to be said, and all of that grog just goes right to my head. Whale meat is gross and I miss a girl's laugh. 5 weeks at sea, even Dave seems a catch. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port, that's not port. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. We've hit icy waters, no land to be seen. The food's getting low and the beer has gone green. There's murmurs of discontent under the deck. If I don't act fast, it could be my neck. So pull up the charts and those weird gold machines. I see what it says, but no clue what it means. Just pull on some levers and yank on some chains. Feign a bad back till we've landed again. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port. That's not port. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port. That's not port. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port. That's not port. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. Hoist up the thing, pan down the what's it. What's that thing spinning? Somebody should stop it. Turn hard to port. This is Sherry. Now I've got it. Trust me, I'm in control. Trust me, I'm in control. I thought I heard the captain say, pay me my money down. Tomorrow it's our sailing day. Pay me my money down. Well, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. No sooner the boat was clear of the bar, pay me my money down. The captain knocked me with a spar. Pay me my money down. Hey, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. I was a rich man's son. Pay me my money down and sit by the river and drink dark rum. Pay me my money down. Well, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Well, I wish I was Mr. Gates. Pay me my money down. They bring my money down in crates. Pay me my money down. Well, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Well, 40 nights at sea. Pay me my money down. The captain bled every last dollar out of me. Pay me my money down. Well, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Well, pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. It's a cold December evening. My friends are feeling far apart. I've bolted all the doors and windows and quarantined my aching heart. But let's all stand together and stare into the magic box. Utopia seems far away, but we'll still write some stupid songs. Don't go outside, the world's locked down. Cheer up, stay in, we'll sing around. Though there are miles and miles between, our music won't be quarantined. Don't go outside, there's nothing there. Let's watch a stream and grow out our hair. We miss the shows and miss our friends. See you all when lockdown ends. Days are getting shorter. It looks like there's no end in sight. I can't remember how it feels to take a step outside. But let's turn up the heating and pop the kettle on. Raise a glass to all the good times that are still to come. Don't go outside, the world's locked down. Cheer up, stay in, we'll sing around. Though there are miles out there's 0 cases, we'll hire drinking places. Some man indoor spaces, we love for your faces. Don't go outside, the world's locked down. Cheer up, stay in, we'll sing around. Though there are miles and miles between, our music won't be quarantined. Don't go outside, there's nothing there. Let's watch us stream and grow out our hair. We miss the shows and miss our friends. See you all when lockdown ends. Beautiful. Don't go outside, the world's locked down. Cheer up, stay in, we'll sing around. Though there
Well, aren't you to you Spanish ladies? Farewell energy to you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for the sail for old England. But we hope very soon we shall see you again. We'll rant and loll like true Finnish sailors. We'll run time, we'll roll along the salt seas until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Russians to Scilly is 35 knees, and the signal was made for the Grand Free to anchor, all in the downs that night for to lie. Then it's stand by your suppers, stick layer, shank painters, haul up your cloak on its legs, accent she's smart. We'll runs and we'll roll like true British sailors, we're Anton will roar, all on the salt seas, until we strike soundings in the channel of old England. From Ranjan so silly is the T-High Lee. The captain's daughter, she's assigned to keep you up in the dead of night. You make you eat a license, or like many other men before. The captain's daughter, Jesus sighs, you keep you up in the dead of night. To make you weak to eat rice, and so like men, the man before. But such a tight ass moving seems asleep to phone for sound and foe. That which drew from out the boundless tea turns again home. Well, the captain's on the quarter deck, scratching away at his old neck. He shouts out evil abalad, tow and sugar and all below. Hey, love, hello, hello, sowing sugar in the hole below. Hey, low, below, below, stowing sugar in the home alone.
When first I landed in Lever, I went upon the spree. With money at last I spends it far, sicker trunk as trunk could be. When my money was all gone, it was then that I wanted more. But a man must be blind to make up his mind to go to sea once more. Sometimes we're catching whales, bullets, sometimes we're catching 20-foot saw stuck in.
And we have returned.
Ooh. Spooky hours.
Spooky day.
We were talking about pick and mix. What were you talking about, chat? Great.
Apparently, Robbie is comprised at least
All caught up.
50% of 80s one-hit wonders.
Yeah, I
Yes.
concur with that.
Oh, the lockdown song was on in the break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
lockdown
was
song
Oh,
what it
great.
was.
That's like the idea that
I forgot
that's
what it's called
the
now.
internal makeup of Robbie. It's just...
Meet me when September ends, or
Wake
when
me up
lockdown
when
ends.
lockdown
Yeah.
ends.
Something when lockdown
Nailed
ends.
Yeah.
Don't go outside, the world's locked down. That
Sure.
one, I think.
Yeah.
Wake me up when the lockdown ends.
Mm.
Wake me up when lockdown Can't wait. Right, you are in a corridor. Xander, you are invisible and you are going towards a light source.
I make an attack. I don't.
So I'd still need you to do a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, is that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
What if I just don't knock everything over? Can I just choose not to do that?
Well,
Who's ready?
the dice
Two
decide if you
natural
knock
ones.
anything over.
That's a 5. And a natural 20.
Whee!
Hey.
I'm very stealthy.
You kind
Take your
of
advantage.
carefully with each step so that you make absolutely no noise. You even take off your shoes to be extra quiet.
Nice.
And
you
the
wear
corridor
shoes?
smells of cheese.
Hang on. Whoa. Magpie.
You creep
Sorry.
down the corridor.
Smells of carrots. Okay.
You lose your dark vision as you step away from stone,
But this room's got a light source. in it.
but you head towards the light source, and as you reach the end of the corridor, it opens up into a very wide, large room. From what you can see, there are tables and chairs spread around. Your vision doesn't quite extend to the edges of the room, but you can see a single person sat at one of the tables with a single candle on the table.
Oh.
And as you're looking around, you hear a voice very quietly whispering, "Which way are they coming?" And as they do, they kind of hear another voice from somewhere slightly different in the room. Shh. And then nothing.
Okay. And this person sat not doing anything?
No, they appear to be, if you take a closer look, they appear to be rolling a silver coin over their fingers and then back again.
Okay. And can I see any of their features? Do you say they're wearing a hood? Or
No, you can see,
can't remember.
to your eyes, you can see a tiefling with dark purple skin, medium-length horns, long, wavy black hair, and the blackest eyes you have ever seen, almost completely black.
Okay, I guess I'll do a... You said this room's quite big.
Yes.
I want to go and check around the walls without any chance of giving myself away. So I'm not, like, moving stuff around.
You're going left or right?
Left.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
like
make your way slowly along the left wall, and as you peer through the darkness, you come across the shape of a figure,
Okay.
just kind of glancing around with a large crossbow at their side.
Right. The shape of a figure. JD, what are you doing?
What have I done?
JD's
Oh,
What on earth have you done?
Oh my lord!
I don't know. But
Dark
Big
vision.
JD.
I turned it off. It didn't go away.
The darkness has enveloped JD.
No, that's just you now. You live like that.
Yeah.
What
Amazing.
can I see what this
I
figure
feel
is?
like
Can
I
I
did.
see
I
what
feel like-
race they are? Or
Mostly human features, from what you can tell.
okay, sure.
Why?
So
Just turn your camera off and on again.
I think I shall.
I'm going to
It's not better.
go back.
Oh dear. Oh, all the other cameras have moved slightly.
Oh no.
Andy's got shorter, so you can see his
Okay,
eyes.
good.
I mean, it's in character.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm getting like the 50s noir vibes
Yeah,
from
yeah.
JD's camera.
Jay,
Like,
have you got,
so
like,
I end up
have you
the
got a trilby and
there
a
was a guy
cigarette?
under the table,
Jay,
He's rolling a coin
Yeah,
over in his
table.
hand, rolling like a wind in June. It's like going all the way.
I guess you stay like that. That's fine.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the party. Invisibility lasts for 1 hour. I can cast
Yeah.
it with concentration. I'm going to go back to the party, and then I'm going to I guess I'll just speak quietly and make everybody jump a little bit.
Yeah, the rest of you just hear a quiet voice out of nowhere.
I'm like, there's a trap up ahead. There's an old guy, there's an old tiefling sitting at the table, and there's hidden archers, crossbow people around the edge of the room. I don't know how many, at least 2.
People total or crossbowmen plus the tiefling?
tiefling plus an amount of crossbowmen. I didn't stick around too long to find out.
Okay, so you know there's at least a tiefling and 1 crossbow.
Yeah. The tiefling's not hidden, so it's definitely like a trap.
Who's at the back of the party right now?
I think. Oh, it's either me or Magpie. I was gonna say, I think it's me, but.
Okay,
No, I think I was at
Magpie,
the back.
give me a perception roll.
Oh no. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. That is a 13.
Okay, you hear a very slight sound kind of from somewhere way down the corridor behind you.
I whisper to everybody. Actually, no. Actually, I just whisper to everybody. I think I just heard something back where we came. Just go and have a look.
Okay.
And I quietly just back up a little bit, not fully back to down the corridor, but just a little bit.
I was going to say, well, I do say, I think I should go back into the room and get ready to like try and surprise attack one of the crossbow people when you guys enter, or like when hostilities start. I think
What if it's not
we should do that.
hostile? What if they're scared?
I'm pretty sure they're probably, well, you know, scared could also mean hostile.
We could just start talking to them.
Well,
That's what I mean. If I'm invisible
position
behind
yourself-
one, and I can be ready if things go wrong.
Yeah, like be
To
be ready
even the
to
odds
start,
per se
start
a little
stabbing
bit.
if it kicks off.
Okay.
But yeah, I can go in and
Is
try
everybody
speaking
in?
first.
Is everybody in agreement with that? I guess Magpie's wandered off.
Yeah. Well, I haven't wandered off too far,
Okay.
but yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just keeping an eye on the corridor.
What do you
Yeah,
what do you guys think?
Nods.
Yeah, I'm okay with.
to me, but in as like a hushed tone as Douglas can manage.
It goes through the corridor. No.
Can you not go back in and check all the corners so we?
I
know
was
how many
going
we're dealing
to
with?
say that exact thing, Yulna. But how long would it take me to? How long do you reckon it would take me to check the whole perimeter of the room?
You didn't see how large the room is.
The room's pretty big, but I can go and try. I'm gonna go do that. I think, yeah. So
I'm trying to see if I can turn around to see where Magpie's gone, but I'm struggling.
I'm gonna go back into the room and try and do that, Dave.
Oh.
I think,
Oh.
trying to keep attention to how long I've been there. Probably not over an hour. Right?
Apparently, I just clicked drop from call. I do apologise.
Hi, Sam.
Hello.
Sure. Give me another
But-
stealth check with advantage,
Me.
Xander. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, that's pretty good. I rolled an 18 and an 18.
Okay.
So that would be
Nice.
+6 for my stealth.
18.
So
Nice. Sure.
Whoa, nice.
You make your way back along the corridor and into the room. Going along the left side again.
I'll go right this time.
Okay. You go along the left side, the right side, sorry, about a similar length that you did on the left side, and you again come across a figure, kind of just on the edge of the candlelight.
In doing that, I've broken the stream for you, by the way. Oh, you got it. Cool.
Yeah, I got it back. That's
Cheers.
fine. You see a figure similarly clothed
Mm-hmm.
to the one on the other side, again with a large crossbow by their side.
Okay. And how far can I see past them to the back of the room?
You can. They're but kind of right on the edge of the candlelight, and without dark vision, you can't really see beyond that.
Okay. I guess I go back and explain this again.
Sure.
So I go back and be like, I think there's only 2, but I can't see to the back of the room, and I don't have dark vision, and I ain't gonna get out my big flashy coin. So, ooh,
course, Fanny
spooky
just-
coin.
spooky
Ooh.
clown. Floating coin.
Floating
coin.
light, yeah, like, ooh.
Ah! Yeah.
Sure. So you
But
go
I-
back
So we know
and
there's-
explain this to everyone else.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So I
Is it
think
the tiefling with the coin plus
2 crossbowmen, so I can go stand behind 1 and even the odds if something goes wrong a little bit.
Yeah, that seems. I think we try diplomacy first.
Yeah, for sure.
that would be Stone's suggestion. So like, yeah, let's go in and try talking first. We don't need to
Hey kids,
spill any blood that we don't
suggests. Okay, cool.
But
If
I'm going to
everybody's
stay in the corridor.
in agreement, yeah. Did you? So, is there still noises coming from the back of the corridor, Magpie? Did you go and have
Can
a
I
look?
hear anything else,
Did that
Dave?
happen?
You haven't heard anything.
There was a
since
noise,
the first
and
noise.
I heard, and nothing since the first noise.
Okay.
I'm still gonna keep an eye.
Okay.
Right. I think I'll. Okay. So are we entering the room?
I'm going to
speak
try and.
them.
Sorry, I'm going to go and try and stealth back to the crossbowman on the left. Crossbow thing on the left.
Oh, JD's camera's still.
Dave.
Oh, JT.
Don't worry about me.
I'm going to try and move back to the crossbow person on the left and wait behind them.
Sure.
And I say this to the party: I'm going now. Good luck.
The voice again comes out of nowhere and then disappears.
do we want to investigate the sound behind us, or
Do you want me to make 2 stealth checks again?
No, you're all right. You're
Okay.
going back to a place you've
Already been.
been in
Sure.
the room. You're probably okay.
Okay, I'm just going to do that and wait for the rest of the party
Sure.
to decide what to do.
yeah, do
You
it.
head back
Feels
into
like-
the darkness behind the figure on the left with the crossbow.
I assume like we don't want to split the party more
I
than
mean,
we already have.
I'm just gonna stay guarding the corridor.
Yeah.
Can I hear anything else? See anything else? If I walk a little bit further back.
How far back are you going?
How long was the corridor?
Kind of winds from side to side, but maybe 200 feet back to the stairs.
Okay. I'll walk. I guess I'll walk like 30 feet back
Okay,
and try and listen out for anything or see anything.
sure.
We
The rest
don't-
of you
we don't want to.
moving up,
Physics salad.
or are you staying in the corridor?
We don't want to start a fight in the, like. We don't want to get caught in a fight in this corridor because that's going to be a bad time.
Yeah.
I am-
Well, so I'm
Delicately.
trying to be as sneaky. I'm being as sneaky as I
Definitely
possibly
better.
can.
Yeah.
I'm basically blocking the corridor with my body.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I either go out backwards again or I go forwards. I'm sort of.
Yeah. I
Wait,
figure
wait.
we.
Slight blockage.
Okay.
I
Wasn't this
believe.
corridor wider though?
Is it wider? I don't know. David?
I think
It
this
was
one was
about
wider, wasn't
kind
it?
of 2 people wide.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, can I turn around
Okay.
in this one?
Yeah,
Ah,
you're fine in this one.
So
Okay.
yeah, just
You
I
have
just,
freedom of movement.
okay, I just wanted to
Hooray.
clarify. I'm gonna ready and hold an attack. Is that what I need to say?
Yeah, sure.
on the person in front of me.
Stone.
I assume
yeah,
you're
I'm-
ready to
I'm just
stab
gonna-
the guy with the crossbow with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
sword. Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah. Well, if
What?
I can turn around, then I'll go. I'll
Bucket ballistic
follow
missile.
Magpie along the corridor.
From the BBM.
Okay. So here's the plan. I'm gonna walk in. Stone's gonna walk in, just confidently but sort of casually, like, but with Father Bucket next to them, ready to pick up and just throw at the person down the end.
I'm so ready.
And I'm gonna be. Yeah, I'm gonna be keeping.
Got my shield
keeping as
power.
tight as
Oh,
Stone
here we
as
go.
I possibly can.
I
Give as many targets for any possible attack as possible. Make myself as shiny. It'll be like.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
I'm Father Christmas.
that was Brian Blessed.
It was
rather
a
than,
bit, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Brian Blessed rather than Douglas. That was like,
Yes,
well then, hello. Hello, but
yeah, I will, as has been said in chat, the best quarterback. I will quarterback. It's just like full on. But
Amazing.
could put a bit of rifling on it as well, so that Bucket spins. Yeah.
Okay,
Extra
so
accuracy.
Yulna and
But
Magpie
just-
staying in the
I'm going to
corridor.
be ready to do that.
The dwarves and Stone wandering out.
Mhm.
Okay. As you
All
wander
right.
down the corridor towards the source of the light, you come to the room that Xander had described to you. A large, open room full of tables and chairs in various states of disarray, but with one tiefling sat in the center table with a single candle and a drink in her hand. And Stone, as you enter the room with your dark vision, you can see right to the edge of the walls of this fairly large chamber. And you can see maybe 30 individuals all dressed in similar dark cloaks, all holding crossbows. And they all pick them up and point them in your direction as they see you enter the room.
Definitely more than 2, yeah.
More than 2.
That wasn't incorrect. I still can't see this, though.
No.
I'm just there like...
Yeah.
As,
Like, la, 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 la.
as you all walk into the chamber,
I throw Father Bucket and run.
Yes!
Like,
as you walk into the chamber, the tiefling looks up from her drink and says, "Ah, you made it, boys. Come in. Pull up a chair. Grab a drink. Where are your friends?"
Alright, but I never turned down a drink. Alright, let's go. Douglas, like...
Had fun at Douglas. Wait,
happily.
Stop.
You look around in front of you,
I mean,
and there are no drinks except the one that she is drinking.
Yeah, so well,
I should have gone in with you and done the Wonder again.
no, I don't see any drinks, and I'm not accustomed to drinking with strangers who haven't introduced themselves, so you could at least tell us who you are.
My apologies. I didn't realize I was being so rude to the intruders in my house. But let me introduce myself. I am Macaria Quest. And you, my friends, have stumbled upon one of the drinking establishments of the Penumbra. You do so unwillingly, I presume, unless you have a death wish. And since it would be the case that it is unwilling, I will give the opportunity for you to explain yourselves, introduce yourselves, and then we can make a decision. For in our line of work, there are 2 types of people. People who are in our way, and people who we don't have to kill. So, please introduce yourself, explain yourself, and I will pass judgment, along with my friends. And she kind of gestures to the walls of the room.
I'm aware of your friends. I can see them.
I got some leaflets if you'd like to read.
Oh my god. No, Bucket, this is not the time.
No. Well,
I
let's all
give
talk
another
about
hammer hilt to the
killing
back of the
for.
head.
Can we just all calm down and get to know each other over a mug of ale?
I mean,
Can I just
I'm
say,
down.
of the 2 people who could have gone in with Stone, the dwarves were not the people who should have gone in. One of them was going to try and convert everyone, the other was trying to get drunk with everyone. Oh no!
Perfect plan.
So I guess Douglas will say that and like heartily introduce himself. I'm named Douglas, son of Dwaylen, son of Dane, clan Deepforge. And who do I have the honor of sharing a mug with? Yeah, I guess I'll just like address that to like the general room as well, like including the crossbowmen. Like the people.
Your
wielding
helm
crossbows.
appears to be covering your ears, good sir. I have introduced myself. I am waiting for your party's explanation on who you might be and what you might be doing in my establishment.
Father Bucket. Emissary of the Great Bucket in the Sky. Nice to meet you. Here you are. Father Bucket.
Just very.
Emissary of the Great
we're
Bucket in the Sky.
Father
Nice to
Bucket.
meet you. Here you are.
Coming to you from the 50s in my black and white television.
Whilst this is going on, have Yulna and I noticed anyone creeping up on us in the corridor?
Make a perception check.
Can I help?
What's your
or
What's
do I
your
need-
Sure.
perception? What's your perception, Yulna?
My perception is I'm looking on my thing. I can't see it. Where's blooming perception?
At the-
Perception +2.
Okay, you do a perception check then.
Okay. I rolled a 10 and a +2, so 12. But I cannot be charmed or frightened, or I have advantage against it.
Sure.
If
You
that's
do not
relevant.
currently see anything.
Okay. Cool. I just whisper to Yulna, it's like, is it worth seeing what's going on. Do you think we should go back with them or stay here?
I mean, I can. My ear's good. Will I have like overheard some of what's going on down the
Probably would
corridor?
have heard some
too
Welsh
far away?
noises.
Yeah, I was
You
gonna
heard
say.
voices.
Yeah, just like,
Yeah, you can't make out anything that they've said. You
Okay.
can hear that they are talking.
Okay.
hear Douglas going off on one.
Yeah.
I
see.
guess, yeah.
I say, well, I guess they're not dead.
Yeah. Maybe
So
we
that's
should.
good.
Yeah. Sure.
Should we
Maybe
head
we
back
should
or should
go
we
back.
stay?
Well, there's. I've not heard anything else.
Back in the
No.
room, the tiefling has taken her feet off the table and is now leant forward with her elbows on the table, leaning forward with her hands holding up her head, and she's looking directly at you, Stone. She's clearly decided that you are the person who's going to give her the most sense.
Yeah,
I still require an explanation, and
We haven't.
if the rest of your friends do not wish to find themselves with a bolt or dagger in the back of their necks, I suggest they show themselves also.
Yeah. I guess we're coming back down the corridor now.
I'm assuming that's directed at Xander.
Yeah. I was gonna
As
say.
far as I'm aware, nobody knows him here.
Yeah.
Well, they know how many of us came in the front door, and
Yeah.
some of us are in the corridor. So
Oh, that's true.
I guess you can probably explain.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they will have seen
I-
all of us at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I would say, yeah, we
I did punch her mirror.
Mhm.
we don't have a name for our party. We are just a group of adventurers that saw a commotion at this house. We had a sense that there was something evil going on, and we came in to investigate. We were attacked. We thought we were attacked by a ghost upstairs, hence the commotion. We apologize for that.
During this,
It turned out to be an illusion.
during this reply, she
Designed to
leans
scare
back
us off.
on her chair and starts to chuckle to herself. Evil. I see you're one of those erstwhile adventuring parties who believe in the difference between good and evil, that you must fight the good fight and bring justice to the downtrodden.
I believe in the bucket.
And you hear several kind of chuckles from all around the edges of the room. Very well. You have found yourself in my establishment. I have introduced myself. We are the Penumbra. We take an interest in all manners of going on in the city, some legitimate, some grayer, shall we say. I, myself, find myself speaking for this group, this clan, this... I shall remain as the Penumbra, I think. We have no leaders, no gods, no kings. We serve ourselves. And if you would still like to leave this place, drawing breath, I should suggest that you serve us as well. At least for now. Until we can establish some metric of trust between us.
What's your opinion on buckets?
Oh my god.
Myself and Magpie made it back down the corridor. Yeah.
Yeah,
I once again just like hammer just round the back of the head.
We're not gonna have any brain cells at the end of this.
She
Yeah, have
she
We're
turns
giving you
to
some to start with.
she turns to look at one side of the room and just kind of seemingly to no one in particular. I grow tired of this one, and she taps her head and a crossbow bolt pings off the side of Father Bucket's bucket. It kind of rings with a sonorous tone.
The bucket protects.
Okay,
Oh, bucket.
nice.
So if,
I think-
if you're meant to kill him, you need to hire some better crossbowmen.
Yuna
Oh,
and
wow,
Magpie
okay.
are now emerge from the corridor behind
Okay,
you.
I guess I'll probably see the crossbow bolt fly from out the darkness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the tiefling, still invisible.
Okay.
And I will reveal myself directly in front of her whilst shaking her hand at the same time, forcefully. Be like, all right,
Nice.
Xander Bushblock, nice to meet you. Sorry about all that.
Interestingly enough, as you walk up to her, seemingly to kind of pull off this great practical joke where you appear with your hand, before you drop the invisibility, she reaches out and grasps your hand.
Oh. I like this woman.
I was told there was 6 of you. Now 6 I see. Perhaps we can begin some kind of civil conversation.
You
Tell me.
are very clever.
How did you
As
come
Magpie-
across this
as
place?
Magpie-
Ooh. What's my
I was
plan?
just
Go
going
on,
to say,
say.
I was just going to say, as Magpie walks in the room, she sees another tiefling and kind of like steps back for a bit and doesn't seem to want to come any closer.
Sure.
You're hiding behind my cloak.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of, it stood slightly behind you all.
You could probably completely hide behind you.
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, very much so.
What were you saying? Dave?
This last question seems to have been directly aimed at you, Xander.
I didn't hear it, sorry.
How did you... I don't even remember what I asked. How did you come across this
Well,
establishment?
I'm a very curious person by nature. I actually noticed a terrified young fellow fleeing this establishment, actually. He was not in a good way. Not necessarily blaming you, but, you know, I thought I'd check it out because I am very inquisitive and I am not sorry about that.
At this point, you hear a voice calling from the direction that you entered this room. I told you should have run! You turn around to see the individual who you caught up with, who seemed to be scared. And he's casually strolling into the room,
Oh,
tossing a
no.
dagger
Nice.
up and down and catching it.
Nice.
The
The
tiefling,
trick.
the tiefling turns to him and just kind of groans. Finnick Mulder, I could have sworn that this was your doing. God damn it. How many times do I have to tell you, when we leave, we exit through the back, where we cannot be seen by civilians? He doesn't take any notice and just
Okay,
continues
sure.
walking through, tossing his dagger.
What? Like we're clearly outnumbered here. What do you want that would benefit us in the way of us not being dead?
She kind of points at you. You I like. Kind of throws a glance at Father Bucket. Now you're talking my language. I have need of, let's say, some individuals more expendable than one of our number. There's some, I don't know what to call it, dungeon. It seems a bit cliched, but for lack of a better word, a dungeon. Contains certain riches,
Maybe a dragon?
maybe a dragon. But the Arcanist who inhabited it for a long time had much wealth, much interesting items that I would like to possess. However, had a penchant for traps, and I may have sent some individuals there. They may have not returned. I have need of a group of either capable or expendable, and from my point of view, whichever you are, is fine by me. So, you are to enter this dungeon, this chamber, this
Vault? Yuna will try to helpfully be like, vault?
vault. Thank you.
It must be the weirdest looking part.
You will retrieve contents. You will bring them all back here without exception, and then I will decide your fair payment. I will decide what to keep, what you can keep, and then I will decide if I trust you or not. And if I turn out to be bestowing my trust upon you and the trust of this organization, it will benefit you deeply. So I do not suggest you let us down.
Okay, that's. I mean, in the moment, that seems probably like a great deal.
I quick save.
And then pull out my hammer.
Hey, Magpie. Still got the stick.
I've still got the stick, but I don't think it's a good idea to use it. Saw how well it went last time.
It's great.
The tiefling looks back over her shoulder again, taps her head, and another crossbow bolt
I
pings
say to
into
her,
the bucket.
I definitely wouldn't like to call myself the leader of the party, so, but.
Oh, please do.
I would.
I so much enjoy more than the rest of them.
I turn to the rest and be like, maybe we should, what say you to a diplomatic vote on dying or not dying? Guys, friends.
I'd rather not catch a crossbow bolt too soon, I must admit.
Don't worry.
Is that a no to an ale?
I'd like to say, how many people have you already lost to this dungeon?
How many did we send the first time? Kind of a voice calls back 3. Well, then maybe 5. It's not important. They were my least favorite people. Though members of this organization, we look out for each other. However, sometimes we lose less interesting members, less profitable members to more profitable pursuits, and we don't shed any tears, all in the service of lining our pockets.
Everyone else in here is okay with that ratio?
They are not the ones at the bottom of a pit. They are the ones on the right side of a crossbow, and therefore they are very happy with their lot, I would say. You hear a kind of murmur from the sides of the room.
We may not have crossbows, but you've seen what we can do. We may not be leaving here alive, but not everyone here would leave alive too.
I don't concern myself with defense of the upstairs. Milton!
When you say seen what we can do,
and you see a kind of a shorter. You see
maybe not the best representation.
We're really good at destroying clocks.
I wasted that clock.
Not even that good at that.
No, which I mean, we will blow ourselves up to try and kill everything else. We will burn the house down to catch you in the flames.
She calls the name Milton over her shoulder, and a gnome figure steps forward with a book under his arm. And Milton is our resident arcanist. He is the one who keeps an eye on the upstairs, casts a little illusion when people need to be discouraged from looking around too much, which apparently didn't work for you. She kind of eyes up Milton. It's like, would you say these are?
We want to discourage people. Don't leave a mystery for them to investigate. Make it as boring as possible. You should know this.
People who stick their noses in mysteries deserve them to get burnt off. Milton, how would you rate their abilities as a group? I'm just like, well, there was some attacks made, some more effective than others. I may have lost sight of them part way through. Certain repairs could be carried out upstairs. I'll get right on that. She kind of sighs, head in hands. Why couldn't we have just gone into the sewers? Oh, I know why we can't go into the sewers. It smells fucking awful. Right, fine. I will provide you with a map to this location. You will make your way through it. You will return with whatever riches you can find, and if you try to shortchange me, then maybe they'll find your bodies in a ditch full of crossbow bolts. Maybe they won't find you at all.
I am extremely inclined to accept.
Can Magpie's gonna start taking all the jewelry out of her scarf and very sheepishly go forward and go, "That's to pay for repairs," and just drop it on the table in front of the tiefling and then just zoop straight back behind Yulna.
She kind of looks at you from under a furrowed brow. I don't need your trinkets, whilst at the same time kind of scooping them off the table into a pocket.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
How stable is this room? Like the sort of walls?
Are you asking this, or are you looking?
No, I'm looking.
So the room, how stable would you say architecturally?
Hypothetically,
If I don't know, say
architecturally.
some thunder or fire were to let loose down here.
With my
dwarven knowledge of
Oh, sure.
stone and
Is
all
it an
such.
advantage you get on investigation checks of stonework?
I
Oh,
think
it's
so.
a
That
history
sounds
check relating to the origin of stonework.
Well, you can make one of those if you would like.
I'm more interested in kind of the structural soundness of this place.
Well, that would be like a straight
Oh, no.
perception check then.
All right, I'll have a gander.
I would like to. I'm gonna tell Milton.
Ah,
Like
I like
10
it.
out of 10 on the Spectre, by the way. Really good stuff. Loved it.
Thank you. Kind of chuckles to himself.
Don't listen to your mistress.
I don't suppose you found my book. I was reading it when you turned up.
Nope, not seen any books. Sorry.
Oh, I'll have a look later. Thank you.
There's only a 7 on perception.
It's hard to tell. It's portions of the floor and the roof of this space seem like there could be a natural cavern area. Some have definitely been cut away to make it bigger or to, cut off outcroppings and that sort of thing.
I mean, I was jumping on the roof earlier and it didn't really do much damage.
That was
so
true. You are an elephant.
That was a
Um,
different part of it, though.
Yeah.
Admittedly.
Everyone's saying you're very ominous, JD.
I would be
Oh yeah.
very inclined to accept this good tiefling's offer. What
I
rest of friend party? I had a sentence. It was really good, and it went away.
I've been given little
Go
choice.
charisma.
What choice do we have?
Exactly.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. To be honest, I am
Return here once we
relatively.
have completed the task.
Yeah.
Douglas
Um,
does like the prospect of possibly finding some artifacts.
I too
Unlike-
am quite a grey individual, my good penumbra lady, and honestly, it might be fun. I don't know much. I don't have much else going for me.
That's my name.
And
Grand.
I
Aria
asked, can I just step forward and say, you want us to get stuff back? Is there anything that you can give us that will help us
Good question.
do that for you?
What do you know about the area that you want to send? me
Rather
to?
than just a map. Any weapons, any...
Advice, information.
Yes?
Very well. I will give you the map. She pulls out a scroll from underneath her waistcoat and throws it to Xander. I will give you the map. I will allow you to leave with all of your limbs, and I will give you one piece of advice. Do not question me, albino. She kind of looks at Magpie in a slight kind of
Wow.
twitch of the eye.
No need for that.
And
Magpie steps forward and goes, well, in that case, I'll have my trinkets back, please.
Under a smite.
she starts laughing again. I like you as well. Maybe she should be the leader.
Nice
That's
one.
not a good idea.
Nice one, Magpie.
Do you have much experience with leading? Kind of stares at Magpie.
Magpie says nothing.
Okay. Kind of sits back in a chair, goes back to a drink, and seems to stop paying attention to you completely.
Okay. Should we go now?
I
Seems
feel
like we
like,
go and
yep, you have the map.
Oh.
Maybe let's go.
Okay, bye. We're gonna go and check it out.
BRB.
Yorna's gonna put her hand on the back of Bucket's armor and just sort of gently encourage him towards the
Push him
door.
around.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
How many leaflets have I handed out?
Hopefully
None.
30. Oh.
Oh.
Do you want to drop some on a table as you leave?
Yeah, just
Fling them out as you go.
Have a look.
make it rain.
It's a new thing. It's fine.
Okay, great. Cool. I guess I'm gonna grab the map and walk out the corridor and be like, thanks for not filling me full of bolts, darling. Bye.
She just kind of waves a hand as you leave. So you make your way back through the corridor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. Wow. Okay. Great.
Sure. Back.
Magpie's visibly shaken.
Well, that went well.
And
Yeah. Not.
Douglas is.
Yeah.
I think
Once we're out of
our
earshot,
message really got
Douglas
through
is
to
sort
them.
of grumbling.
I don't necessarily trust her, but I don't think we have much choice in that moment. Besides,
Yeah,
now we're
like-
outside, we can go. Maybe double crosser. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Douglas is just kind of grumbling to himself about like how rude it was. About like, can't believe you didn't have an ale.
Yeah, I know,
Why did
right?
you introduce
That's
yourself without
ridiculous.
having an ale?
Ridiculous.
This wouldn't
If Magpie's
stand.
visibly shaken, I'll just sort of give her a reassuring pat and just be like, "It's okay. We're out of here alive."
We'll go and get you an ale, Douglas. Now,
This wouldn't stand in the old country, would it, Douglas?
Yeah, sounds good to me, but
and then we'll
Think
deal
I
with this.
need
We'll
one
deal with
after
this
that.
in the morning. I think. Yeah, how big is this map? It's a massive. I'm only a little guy.
No, it's a fairly small scroll.
Okay.
You can see.
What do I see on it? Is it?
You see the city of Westerhaven marked on it, and then a snaking path down along what you would assume to be the coast, with the kind of crudely scrawled kind of waves on one side of it, and then it kind of snakes down close to the coast and leads towards. Let me find a map.
Forward.
It snakes towards the. Remember what they're called? The Nevertop Peaks,
Sounds
Over
great.
mouth.
which is the only. It's really the only other thing marked on the map other than Westerhaven.
Okay. What say we go to a tavern inn and have a look at this and rest?
I very much like the sound of that.
Yes, I think so too.
It's good.
Forward.
Sure. So you make your way back along the
Super.
corridor, up the stairs towards the small bits of light still streaming in. It's kind of late afternoon, early evening now. You can see the sun's quite low in the sky, streaming in through the windows into the ruined house that you entered in by. Are you heading straight out of the house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just as quick as I can.
Sure.
Business speed.
Are you going by the front
What
door,
was that
which
woman's
is
name again?
now
I
slightly
don't think she
broken?
told us the name. She just said penumbra.
No, she's.
No, she did. She did.
Her
Oh,
name
that
is
wasn't her
Aria Quest.
Oh,
yeah.
note taking.
Wow,
A
Yulna.
plus for Yulna.
Yulna, wow. Okay, great.
Makari.
That's what we like to
Yeah.
see.
Macaria Quest.
I see. Xander just pretends he knows what he's doing. Yulna actually knows.
Sure.
Caria Quest. It's a pretty great name. I'll give her that.
It's a good name.
Quest giver.
Yeah, I was going to quest forcer, I'd say.
Yeah.
I suggest we go to somewhere a little bit more pleasant than that, and chill out.
Pub?
Pub.
Sure.
Up.
I mean, I really want to go upstairs, but I don't think that would necessarily be wise at this
Okay,
present
I don't want to go upstairs.
juncture. No, there's some nice books up there.
There-
on the
yeah.
map, but I don't know that in character.
I mean, you could go have a look if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
Yulna does what Yulna wants.
I would assume there's not much for us there, but yeah, you. Help yourself.
We can wait for you.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to go upstairs. Why the
Stop.
heck not, really?
Sure.
I mean, they're all downstairs, so.
Give me an investigation check.
I just fell over.
That's your smiley face.
6
One.
plus 3, that is 9.
Sure. You have a look around. The bookshelf is fairly barren, but there are some open books on the table. If you'd like to have a look at them, I can tell you what they
Oh.
say.
Yes, please.
They seem to be.
I'm struggling to stand currently.
They seem to be
I'm struggling.
various kind of ponderous tomes on local history and whatnot. One of them reads, built almost 200 years ago, the terminating vista in Mistwalk is there to represent the way the people of the region have always looked after each other for generations. Its position within this community is meant to represent the strong mind and balanced life in the way their community strives for. It was designed by a national artist who exquisitely captures the people's love of the region and used a clean style to convey his vision in this piece of art.
Is there anything in the books that might indicate it's anything to do with the map we have? Like anything about a building or a vault or any artifacts in particular?
Not at first glance. Would you like to read another book?
Yes, please.
Sure. The next one you glance at says, "And so it came to pass that the Empire was rid of the wretched worm kind. Freagot and Chazai were slain in their lairs by the great heroes of the North. Riazun the Jealous was driven back to the Rage Lands, and the ancient Damiosa remains in slumber beneath the Fearford Mountains, God's willing and eternal repose. The only question mark that remains is the whereabouts of Azanush the Caustic. Notoriously devious by nature, and somewhat versed in the arcane, their lust for power, second only to self-perpetuation. After a cleave of destruction burnt across," and then the kind of rest of the page is smudged and ripped out.
I don't know if that's a story or that's real people. I'm not from round these parts. Can I have a look at another book?
You certainly can.
Wow.
It was just Eula's just
Read the
reading.
entire bookshelf.
This one
Sit
seems
down,
to
cup
be...
of
One
tea.
on the table.
The last book on the table seems to be some kind of book on botany. The Diranthus betonicofolia is a common huge plant and can mostly be found in savannas. It blooms once a year for 5 months. It has tiny blunt-tipped leaves which are usually yellow-green. It also grows tiny flowers which can be light yellow, grey, light brown and light silver. These plants grow in tiny groups and it's fairly hard to control and maintain their growth. They can be used as a cooking ingredient similar to herbs. As a defense mechanism, the Dianthius betonicofolia is poisonous for most creatures. They rely on wind pollination to reproduce. Once pollinated, they grow small, delicious nuts.
Oh.
Learning.
And in the bottom
Can-
corner of your vision, a little achievement notification pops up and say, "Well done, you read all the books, and you get 3 XP."
Yeah.
Can I grab books 2 and 3 and take them downstairs just to see if the others know of either this flower or of the people in the
You
second passage?
certainly can.
Hi guys, I found these books. Anyone know about flowers with poisonous things and delicious nuts? Or these people? Is this a story or are these real people?
I studied a bit of
very blank
history.
look
Let me
on my
have a
face.
gander.
I love delicious.
I've got
Yeah.
good survival. That's
Yeah, anyone
Do you not
Sure,
want to know
can I-
about delicious nuts?
anyone
You
with
thought-
with
Are they not like vegetables? I guess
proficiency
they're not like
other.
vegetables.
anyone with proficiency in
What's a
either
nut?
history or nature can give me an investigation roll.
I have
My history is
proficiency in
bad.
history. My history's +5. And
Yeah,
I'm
I have
Proficiency in
proficiency in
neither.
history too.
I have neither of those. I've got.
So
I have 19, so that's
Oh, that's a-
24.
that's a
Oh
one.
wow.
Oh, wow,
That's a
everybody.
one.
That's a good history check.
Yeah.
Douglas, these things sound like they could be completely made up. You're not really sure.
Okay. Amazing.
But
Sounds like a load of gobbledygook to me, but never heard of any of this. And like,
But Magpie,
Underground.
some of those names did stand out to you, particularly Chazai, Riazun, and Azanush the Caustic. These are all dragons that you learnt about in your studies as a young tiefling.
What was it? Chazai, Azanan the Caustic, and what was the other one?
It was Chazai, Riazun the Jealous, and Azanush the Caustic. The other two that were mentioned were Freagot and Damiosa.
I think caustic's probably acid. I read that one once.
These are all dragons. It's a book about
That's
dragons.
Dragon.
Neat.
Ah.
Are they bigger than me?
Quite substantially.
Oh.
In fact, I think they're bigger than all of us.
Oh.
Even
Stream's
stone.
gone a little bit wonky, by the way.
Oh.
Oh. Might just might need to refresh. People were getting some
Mine is
buffering.
okay.
checked
Yeah,
at the
I'm
moment.
dropping a few frames, but it seems to be better now.
I can hear a lot of dice.
I can also hear
And
it.
It's JD messing with my
the
table
musical
again, by any
janglings of
chance.
dice rolls.
Yeah. JD rolls 160.
Actually not this
160.
time. What a
Why do you
pleasant
think the
surprise.
stream keeps crashing? I don't know. I wonder why it's constantly spawning 100 dice.
Not just the
Cool.
stream.
I
crashing.
guess
Are they even bigger than Douglas?
We should probably leave these books here, or do we want to take the dragon book with us?
I
You
guess.
take whatever you want.
I mean, I guess it's probably lore that if I recognize the dragon names, then I'll probably know the lore anyway. Because
Yeah.
it sounds like it's myth and
Yeah.
general, like ancient history kind of stuff.
Okay, I'm going to put the books on top of the shelf that a bucket smashed earlier near the clock.
Great.
You just
Shut
lay the books on top of a
Carefully
pile
on top
wood.
of her.
Yeah.
With your delicate elephant hands.
Yeah.
They pale in size next to the great bucket in the sky.
Oh god,
Is that a bucket pun? It
What,
was a bucket pun.
dragons?
dragons.
They
Yes.
pale in size.
It was a bucket pun.
The great bucket in the sky could obviously scoop up all the dragons
It
in
could.
the world.
It could.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
Yeah, I
Have
pat
you
bucket
seen
gently
the
on the
bucket
head.
in the sky too?
He doesn't like people
No.
touching his
Take
bucket.
me up to the
I
bucket
don't
in
care.
the sky. That's where I'm gonna go.
Cool, I guess we want to leave now?
Head to pub.
Pub.
To the pub.
Bearing
Yeah.
with the looking at stuffs.
Are you heading back to the pub that you've already been to in the Mercantile Quarter, or would you like to find a new pub closer to where you are?
It'd be in the fancier part.
Let's
which is
explore.
Closer, right?
Explore?
No, you're
Should
kind
we
See if we
of
can find a new pub.
you're kind of equidistant from the Silver Sector, which is the nice part, and the kind of peripheries, which are the more basic housing.
Do I know any nice pubs?
guess-
Because I'm kind of from
I was
here.
gonna say, it's like
Oh, yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
a
yeah.
dwarf's duty to make themselves known with like all the pubs
As
in the
many
area.
pubs as possible.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Sure.
I will defer to the dwarves for pub
Yeah.
choice.
Is there not somewhere we can go that's on the edge of the city near where this map is showing
I
us?
mean-
Would it not make sense to...
My idea was to go to a pub and study the map.
That's... Okay, fair, yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Father Bucket, you've got a couple of favourite pubs in the kind of the south half of the city on this side of the river. You've never quite found yourself welcome at any of the high-end establishments in the Silver Sector, but you are aware of a couple in the peripheries, both the Harlequin's Lodge and the Maiden's Cellar.
Let's go to the Maiden Cellar. It's great.
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
Sure. You
Yep.
make your way almost exactly straight west out of the Hollow Ward and into the peripheries as the sun's set across the bright sky. What phase are both moons in right now? It's kind of half moon and a waxing gibbous on
I love
the
a
other.
waxing gibbous.
waxing gibbon.
It's like dual moon systems. It's hard to keep track, but as the sun sets in the sky, you can see the larger of the two moons, Salome, as it slowly drifts in its half state up from the horizon as the sun sets on the opposite side, and you make your way over to the. Which one did you say you were going to?
That's the second one that you read.
Maiden
Cellar.
Cellar.
Yeah.
Sure. Let me just put all this back in.
Whoop.
Pull the rug out from under our feet.
Whoa.
Yep, that's what I do.
To the running witch.
Oh god, no.
What do you?
Pub crawl.
Yeah. So you head west into the peripheries and find the Maiden Cellar. It's starting to get busy at this time of day. People are halfway into their reveries.
I would like to find a nice round table big enough for me to put this map on.
Yeah, sure. You kind of race into the pub, narrowly beating out a young halfling couple who are also
No.
aiming for that table, but you managed
Can't I
to
walk through
slip
this
it out from
door?
underneath them.
My
Camera.
Oh, Xander's like the perfect person at like a pub. Just immediately
Except,
grab table.
except I'm too short to order drinks.
Just he slips in and out of people's
Yeah.
legs
Well, we got
and
you.
claims all of the chairs around this table.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a door here.
Oh, there is like a
There's
little
a door?
Yeah, right in the merchant's
It's because
quarter.
I changed its state.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Let's get rid of that. There we go.
By a door.
Well, say we get some drinks and then talk about what just happened.
Sounds good.
I
Sure.
do not volunteer myself to get drinks.
I'll go. I probably know the name of the barkeep, right?
Sure.
Is
What-
it such a
what's
good
the
idea
name?
for Bucket to announce our
I will.
presence?
Fine.
I will. I will
I
assist.
don't think
in the
we've got
gathering
30
of
crossbow
drinks.
bolts pointed at us this time.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
You walk up to a fairly tall individual and with kind of shaved sides of the head, but with long red braided hair down the back and a bright red goatee. And as he sees you, he goes, "Bucket, me old lad, how are you doing?"
Ah, grand, good friend. How are you this fine day?
I be well.
Marvelous.
Can I interest you in a pint?
Oh, you know I want more than a pint.
I know
You've
you
got my special container still, right?
Hi, let me have a look around.
Is it a
You see, he crouches down behind the bar, pulls up a bucket, removes a mop from it, pours out the dirty
Yes,
water
that's
that
the
was in
one.
it.
A round of drinks for my good friends here. And make sure it's
Friends?
the good stuff.
I've never seen you friends before, Bucket.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm still trying to make an impression I really screwed up earlier.
I don't care in the world, but I'll bring them right over.
Thanks, chum. And I toss him an extra bit of cash as well. Because he's lovely.
How much?
A gold.
You spoil me, FB.
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 Does that mean, hold it, does that mean if he opens his own investigation agency, it'll be the FBI?
Oh my
Father
lord.
Bucket
Father
investigation.
Bucket
Wow,
investigation.
foreshadowing for the
Mind
later
blown.
on. Mind blown. Father Bucket's just completely had a change of heart and now
Yeah.
knows exactly what they
I
want
kind
to
of
do with their
regret
life.
I said that.
With his noir investigation camera on.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
You did a trilby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Father
top of the
Father Trilby. A Trilby on top of the bucket.
Yeah.
So sure,
Wow.
you all.
Anyway, well,
This music isn't quite right. I need a special playlist for tavern music.
yeah,
but I
little
don't have it.
whistles and
Yeah.
jaunty tunes.
But anyway, you were all crowded around the table. The innkeeper brings over first a bucket, just kind of with two hands, kind of slopping from side to side,
A straw.
and then
I'm like, oh, what's that?
five more
Like
drinks
wide-eyed.
in already sizable mugs.
It comes in buckets.
And I'm like, yeah,
I'm
can I have one of those next? I didn't know you did it in buckets.
But this individual walks over. Friends, how are you? You're very welcome in my establishment. Any friend of the bucket is a friend of mine. Let me introduce myself. I am Diero Brightwood. This is my pub, and well, I suppose that's about all there is to me. Drink up. Great.
Hi,
Sorry,
good to meet
I
you,
can
mate.
solidly say
To your
this is
health,
the
bud.
best
And I'll
pub
like-
I've been in the
Yeah,
whole city.
Right. The finest,
Out of
finest
the
pub
two
in
that
West
I've been
Haven.
in, this is the best one.
Kind of reaches out a meaty hand and ruffles Xander's hair, brings it away, and looks at the soot that's now coating his hand. Had a bit of scuffle, eh, lad?
Always.
Just kind of starts wiping it on his apron and walks back to the bar.
Okay.
Oh, do you have any vegetables? Out the back.
Probably.
Any chance you could fetch one for my friend here? He'll love it. He'll love it. It'd be great.
Of course, friend. Anything for the bucket.
I got you, Brett.
He returns, like, kind of a minute later with probably the sorriest looking parsnip you've ever seen. Kind of all squishy on one side, brown, slightly dripping. And just kind of pops it on the table in front of Xander.
Thanks. I've got like that look where the Christmas present's really bad, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to say anything. I deftly
yeah,
replace
great.
it with a really great parsnip out of my bag.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You've still got loads that you
Oh yeah,
pilfered from around.
And I dip the parsnip into my pint and then like bite, like dunking a biscuit in tea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good. Surprising.
And then I feed it a little bit to my sword. Like, is this better?
Yes. Can you give me some of the liquid without the parsnip?
Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, sure. I guess I dip my sword in the.
Sure, you get some.
No, I just take it out and then put it in.
You get some
God, I
very
just punched
strange
my friend,
looks
sorry,
putting your orange sword into your glass on
Oh
the table.
God, Boodot, I'm sorry.
What's Boodot done?
Drippy parsnip juice to the drink.
Oh.
Great. Sorry, I shouldn't stop reading chat. Maybe this is a good point, a good place to introduce you guys to my sword friend partner. You may have noticed I am not just a simple halfling adventurer.
That's right. You're a very.
You did strike me as a little bit peculiar, I must admit.
Special
But
member of the
talk to yourself
Bucket
an awful lot.
Yeah. So it's I what some may say cursed. In a sense, I may have kind of like selling your soul to a being, but it doesn't seem like the worst one. Just gonna put it out there. So don't be afraid. But
Douglas is kind of just listening intently.
yeah, my I really don't know how to explain this now I've got to this point. My sword is possessed, and I am bound to it in servitude.
Can we talk to it?
Can they talk to it? I don't think anybody else has ever tried to talk to it. Can you talk to them?
I don't know.
Oh,
What's your sword's name?
Carrot.
Hi.
Carrot.
This is Carrot.
How's it going?
I plonk him on the table. You can see like there's an eye blinking.
That's really cool.
Thanks.
I'm gonna put my trunk
They think-
quite close to it and give it a little sniff.
They think you're really
Could I like
cool.
examine the weapon, like as an artisan would, and like see what I can make of it?
Sure. Give me
Like,
an investigation check with advantage. Oh, no, actually, sorry, with proficiency because of your tinkering.
yeah, sure. No worries. Yeah. Bonk, bonk. That is a 16 plus. My investigation is 4, so that's a 20.
Plus your proficiency.
Oh, I'm proficient.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's 22.
sure. I will message you what you find.
Wow. Okay.
Excellent.
I would like to state now that I am. Previously in my life, some people have branded me as evil and a curse upon them, and it brought me great sorrow in the past. But I wouldn't consider myself an evil person, and I'm not even sure if my this being that I am bound to is an evil being. In fact, I don't really know much about them other than they have helped me out in the past. But yes, that's me.
Well, I have to say we may have only known each other a short time, but already you've proven yourself a worthy ally who I would trust my life with.
Thank you. I do like to think I know what I'm doing, but I don't most of the time.
The bucket pours in mysterious ways.
Thanks, I guess, Bucket.
He takes
Can
a
I,
big swill out of his bucket, clunking against the bucket he's trying to drink from.
Amazing.
I find you
I
peculiar.
feel like as a
but-
cleric, I would have some sort of moral/religious objection to someone like selling their soul in this fashion. But I sort of want to, I guess, lean in and say, like, I may not agree with it, but we all find ourselves we may all find ourselves seeking help where we don't expect it. So, okay.
Thanks, Stone. I won't
I
go into
insight check?
details right now, but yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I wouldn't put anybody else in the situation I was in. I wouldn't wish it upon any of you. I did what I had to do at the time.
Can I insight check Xander to see if I even believe him?
Sure. So, Douglas, give me an insight check.
Okay.
And then Xander, give me a d20 roll, and then if you're telling the truth, add your persuasion. If you're lying, add your deception.
Okay. I think
That
they're both the
is
same.
12 plus 5, so that is a 17 on my insight check.
I will add them up and not tell you which one I added. I guess, because that would give the game away.
For sure, yeah.
What did you say? There's deception and persuasion.
Yeah, yeah.
I rolled a 17.
I also rolled a 17.
I did. Thing against.
You broke the DM. You
Oh,
broke the
no.
DM.
This wasn't what was supposed to happen.
Like Harry Potter and Voldemort shooting
Yeah.
everyone at each other. It's like,
That
but staring at each other. Right, you kind of
Sure.
blast.
Yeah.
Spell.
As far as you can tell, Douglas, Xander seems pretty earnest.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but I don't quite understand it, but I'll trust you.
I don't understand it
Look,
myself.
hello.
I don't understand it myself,
I'll be-
Douglas. But it is. This is my life, and this is just how it is.
This is basically sparked Douglas's interest because of course, being a weapon and not understanding how this works.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
immediately like,
Oh.
you know, and he'll just very hesitantly like, well, I guess, hello then, Carrot. How you doing, bud? Hope you're keeping well.
Yeah.
What do you think of us then, Carrot?
Can you guys? I don't even know if they can hear Carrot.
Are any of you touching Carrot currently?
I am.
Will I be touching Carrot when examining it?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, you say
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, feel free to. Yeah. Carrot, it's gonna be fun.
you
It's like taking a pet to the vet.
hear nothing.
Oh, when touching it?
Yeah.
Okay. Suspicion increase.
I realize I may seem absolutely insane, but I promise you, you've seen what happens when I fight. I have powers, and I don't know how I got them. Well, I do know. I don't know how it works, but I have them. Yeah.
I too receive my powers from
I am as
a mysterious
I am
source.
almost as confused sometimes as the rest of you. But it's I have a very close relationship with my weapon. It really likes vegetables, and as far as I can tell, that doesn't seem particularly evil.
I mean, I've never met an evil vegetable.
Me neither. Well, apart from,
Cabbage.
I glanced at the
Cabbage
soggy
is
parsnip in my bag.
It tried.
Does Carrot like cabbage?
Yes.
It's evil.
I
Get
think-
it.
Again, I'd want
Only
to-
butchers like cabbage.
Yeah, so,
I think Stones would just want to look at Xander and be like, be that as it may, if the time should come that should change, then you only need to ask for help.
Okay. Thanks, Stone.
And then go back to awkwardly drinking and just be like, okay, fine.
Douglas, upon having no response from trying to greet the sword, Douglas is like raising questions about Xander's sanity. It's like he believes that Xander believes he's telling the truth.
Fair.
Sure.
So he's like, he just doesn't understand how it works, so he's immediately distrustful of it.
So does Carrot only talk when you hold it?
Does it?
To your memory, you do recall times you've talked to Carrot when either it was holstered or it was in its
Yeah.
its, other form, for lack of a
No,
better word.
Carrot and me talk most of the time, whether I'm holding them or not.
Can so Yuna's gonna reach into her neck and pull out a chain with a sort of a golden thing on the end of it.
Yeah.
And is going to try and use this to detect thoughts on Carrot.
Oh.
Okay.
That is interesting.
Let me
Like, it's that of character. Yeah, that's really interesting. Sure.
let me pull up detect thoughts as a spell.
It's-
Oh, it's not on there. Why didn't I have that on there? Did I
Would
give
you
you
like
a
me to send
card?
you a link? A card? I don't know. I think it's in my bag. Or at least the item is.
Yeah, I've got the item. I thought the item had the detect thought spell card attached to it, but I guess I didn't do it.
It didn't, but I have a link with it in. If you want that.
I'll just Google it. I'm on the Roll20 thing anyway.
There's a hot link in the link I just put in the.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd say, I mean, by the wording of the spell, it has to be a creature, and as far as you can tell, the spell doesn't seem to work. You don't find
Okay.
an entity to latch onto with it.
In that case, I would just put the medallion back under my shirt.
Okay.
Sure.
I would like to say, I just wanted to make you guys aware of this. I've been traveling alone by myself as a mercenary, in a sense, for a long time, and this is the first time I've really had an adventuring party to travel with, and it's actually been quite the pleasure, I'd like to say. So if you don't immediately, if you're not immediately completely afraid, I would like to carry on that way.
I must admit, you're a peculiar one, but I am warming to you, I must admit.
Aren't we all?
It's nice having friends.
You all.
I am enjoying having a party around me. It has been a long time since I have felt I could trust the individuals I am with.
You all have a couple more drinks, and as the night seems to be wearing on, what's his name? Diero or Diego? I've forgotten. Diero.
Yeah.
Diero comes over. And says,
Zero.
well, I'm shutting down things for the night. Would you like the usual room, Bucket?
Plus a couple more, if possible.
I've only got the one.
Ah. That's fine. It's fairly spacious.
Sure.
Gran! You kind of beckons you to follow and walks through the bar, kicks open one of the doors, and you see a fairly large but fairly well-filled storeroom with various bits of sack and rags and things kind of spread around the room. This doesn't seem to be the kind of pub where, you know, people hire rooms.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Typically would spend the night, but clearly Bucket has on more than one occasion.
Welcome home, friends.
Yep, I've definitely stayed in worse.
Same, but I remind you that I've slept outside for long stretches of
You
time.
are essentially a rock, so you...
Douglas, not wanting to be rude to his kinsman, is just like accepting the
Yeah.
accommodation.
They carefully press each sack to work out which is the comfiest. Although Bucket probably has a particular sack. So.
I know it may not seem like much, but trust me, one day when people know the truth of the bucket, things will be different.
So, assuming during your evening of drinking, you have also had a chance to look at the map.
Yeah.
It seems like a fairly simple path
Yeah.
to the south of the city.
I think we should check this out. At least I feel like we don't have anything better to do, and we may uncover a grand adventure.
She did never tell us when she wanted it to be done by.
No, and
I also don't like the thought of putting it off and having those crossbows
exactly.
always.
She does
over my
seem like a
shoulder.
rather resourceful woman.
I don't trust her.
No, I do not trust her either. But
Not
I
now
don't
we're
either.
not deep in her lair, we can we have a slight more of an upper hand, ish.
She didn't even accept a drink.
I know.
What
crazy.
kind of manners is that? Honestly, God.
Douglas, what do you think about
More than above.
the cave
Shameful
room
is
that
what
they're
it
in?
is.
That was no dwarven cave. Rubbish. Barely looked like they knew what they were doing.
There's a grand basement. I mean,
My dogs live
Quite
in this
like this.
cave.
I would quite like to get my stuff back from her. I should have given that to her.
I would like to think we
Maybe.
hopefully will have the opportunity to. She's clearly after some items that may be fairly powerful. I hope.
If they're more valuable, then we can
I mean,
bargain it
yeah,
back.
or
Surely.
use
I
them
would-
against her, I don't know. Well, I would like to go find out.
I would be interested in, if there are any artifacts to be found, I would be interested in having a tinker with them and seeing if there's anything interesting in how they work.
She doesn't seem like someone we would be able to that we would be able to negotiate with. She doesn't seem much up for bargaining.
Well, let's just kill her then.
That
I'm down.
it may become necessary that if we had to get your trinkets back, that could be the conclusion.
But we may be able to return with more advantage and maybe
Yeah.
more knowledge.
It seems in our interest to play out this quest she's given us and see where it takes us, and try to find some sort of advantage for ourselves in the meantime.
Agreed.
I have in the past done some work involving locks and bolts, so it may even have been somewhere that I have worked previously. I don't know.
I mean, she
until
might not
we
even be
discover the location.
evil.
Oh, she's evil.
And Magpie, we've got to play with that
Yeah.
stick some more. That was great.
Oh wow!
I know.
Oh yeah, we didn't even bring that up. Oh god, it was
I didn't
I
know what
mean-
it did. I've had it for ages and haven't used it because I didn't know what it did. And
I love it. It was amazing.
It's quite fun.
It
I
did
mean,
hurt
but
a little,
also-
but I don't care.
I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't know you had it in you.
about
It was
that.
great.
None of us are dead, so
I didn't know the stick had it in it.
Would you mind if I, can I have a look at it? Would you like to see if I can figure out what it is?
Sure. I take it out of my jacket and I very, very, very gingerly hand it to Douglas.
Okay, so Douglas will, notices the gingerness, the care with which you're holding it.
I mean, it did
and will
basically almost
reciprocate in
explode all
kind.
of you, so I
Yeah,
don't know what
and,
else it's capable of.
Can I cast Identify on it as a ritual?
You
So-
certainly can.
Sure.
There's a loud bang, a bright flash, and we smash cut to the credits.
Bum bum bum. I realise I'm still black and white.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
Douglas sits down with the one stick in front of him, and you see him kind of getting out his all-purpose tool and seemingly. You've watched other people use arcane magic, but you've never seen it done with a kind of a hammer as a tool instead of the hands or the wand. But it's kind of entrancing watching him move this tool through the air and traces of arcane sigils as he ritually casts this spell. And you discover that this is a wand of wonder. It has it seems to be seems to retain within it almost every school of magic in some form.
Oh, wow.
And whilst limited in its own magic ability, does seem to draw from pretty much every school of magic in its.
Oh, it's very
application.
interesting. This is. Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like this. I'll hand it back to
Yep.
very carefully to Magpie, and I guess you're giving me a lot to think about. I have a It's very interesting. I didn't know that was possible. I'll have to. And then like he just kind of loses himself. Like Douglas just kind of squats in a corner, like mumbling to himself about like various ideas and like thoughts that this has triggered in his brain.
Sure. So yeah, you will find the various comfy part of this storeroom and bed down for the night.
Yay.
Get a decent rest. You recover your hit points and your spell slots.
Precious hit points.
Oh, and the Wonder, I think, gets
Yeah,
charged
it
back as
gets
well.
it gets like a
One-
d6
one
plus
D,
1.
Yeah,
So if you've only
Ooh.
used one charge,
and I've only got one charge,
then yeah.
so I can use it again whenever.
Yay.
I think it was like an amount of charge.
JD's new favourite weapon.
I love it.
Neat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
everyone
I've
gets hit
got
points
something that recharges at dawn. I have to roll for the charges.
Yeah.
yeah.
Should I do that when it's actually dawn every time, or will I do it at night if I know there's
Are
going to be
you
a dawn?
are you currently missing charges on it?
Well, I used one, didn't I?
Oh yeah, your detect thoughts, sure. But yeah, so if anything has a charge and you only use one of the charges, you obviously can't roll less than one. So if you use one charge, then you just get it back at dawn.
Get it back. Okay.
No,
that
yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Yep. Guess the person's never had an item that regains charges before. Ah.
So yeah,
That makes sense.
light comes streaming in through the one small window in the storeroom, and you will come to consciousness feeling somewhat refreshed. As you go to leave the storeroom, you pull open the basic wooden door, and there's something on the outside of it. You look and you see there is a piece of paper with a dagger stuck through it, holding it to the door, and it just says in kind of a very basic, scrawled common, TikTok.
What
The
was
clock-
that about?
The clocks
we
come
didn't have
back
a
to
time
haunt
scale?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're watching us, aren't they?
that would be my guess.
As far as you can surmise, you do seem to be under observation.
But hey, bright side, free dagger.
That is very true.
TikTok is just
You're
you
right,
are,
I have the
yeah,
dagger.
yeah.
I knew it.
TikTok
You are
adverts.
indeed of dagger
TikTok adverts
ammunition.
everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a dagger.
Follow
I
Dungeons
have
and
it.
Dragons on TikTok.
All these
Yeah,
TikTok
I have 3
adverts.
daggers now.
Stab to the
You
back
work
of the
with
head.
us.
Interestingly
Does
enough,
the dagger have the same stats as the ones that
it
currently
does.
have?
Though interestingly enough, even though this is a dagger they've clearly just discarded as a message, it is slightly nicer than both of your daggers.
Oh, show off, see?
Mhm.
She,
Great.
well, she certainly, likes to go down the, edgy intimidation route.
Yep.
So it would seem. Aye. Well, I suppose that means you better crack on.
Crack
Where
it.
are we heading? Find this dungeon.
I point at the place.
It is
it
to
called?
the south, near the Nevertop Peaks.
Nevertop Peaks, that's
Yeah.
the one. Down some kind of, did you say coast?
Yes, the Westerhaven is on the east coast of the western half of the continent, so you follow the coast southwards.
Okay.
You make your way out of the pub, and it's kind of mid-morning. You kind of slept in a little bit after your evening of revelry, but there does seem to be a large amount of people around, and as you leave the pub, there seems to be a kind of unusual amount of people moving at speed for this time in the morning. People seem to be rushing all in one direction, which seems strange to you.
Which direction?
They appear to be heading north.
What's north, Bucket?
Is that dock?
Well, that's back towards the like.
Most of the city is north of you right now.
Right.
Is something happening today in the city? Is this a day of any kind of festival or something?
No.
Okay,
You
would
watch a
know.
couple more people as they seem
Do
to
they
run
look-
along.
do they
You
look
say something to
distressed
someone
or-
else, and then they all move.
Do they look distressed or excited
Um,
or
Somewhere in the middle. You wouldn't
Okay.
say they're running for their lives,
there's no
but
like
they're
smoke
not.
from the north or like loud noises? Or...
No, nothing
No.
else except the strange movement of people.
Do I know
They
what
seem
it is?
excited?
Or what it
do
might
not.
be?
No.
Hmm.
Can we try and
Nothing.
stop one and ask?
Sure. You can.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Like,
Douglas.
hey, what's going on, bud? Where's everyone going?
You catch the arm of a kind of teenage lad in fairly basic clothing, kind of running to the north. He kind of looks you up and down for a brief second, kind of startled because of your appearance, but then remembers kind of all the commotion. Butcher! It's the butcher! The butcher struck again! And he kind of runs off back to the north again.
I mean, about a. Didn't we see a notice about a
Baylor the
certain
Butcher.
butcher?
Baylor Butcher.
Ah.
And someone saying it was definitely a prince. Shall we
guess.
go
I
and
like the memory.
look?
Yeah, we should go and have a look.
Yeah. We've got time to spare. Although the lady did say TikTok.
I don't think we do, but sure.
You know, a quick 10
Sure,
minutes.
yeah,
or
I-
what's-
I mean, their crossbows weren't that good.
Yeah,
So
they,
I
Scratching of the
think
little-
they were warning shots.
yeah, I think one not very good crossbow multiplied by 30 is probably enough.
One of them's gonna hit.
Stormtrooper aim.
Yeah, I guess we follow.
Let's do
Sure.
it.
Yeah, I'd like
Yeah,
to
I
check
guess
it out. Yeah.
we'll
You
go have a
are
look.
swept along
Yeah.
by the kind of massing crowds as you travel towards the kind of centre part of the city. You see a large crowd has gathered around one of the houses on the edge of the peripheries, and you kind of make your way closer. And that is where I think we shall end this evening. Cliffhanger!
Oh, I'm the butcher.
What a scene.
Oh, the butcher definitely has a Cockney accent like that, right? Oh, I'm the butcher.
Oh,
I
yeah,
hear
you're
a
a
butcher.
butcher.
Get over here.
Apples and pears on the butcher. It's exactly how the butcher sounds.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I'm foreshadowing. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I'm betting he sounds like
Cool. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Behemoth Barn, subscribe with Prime, and Teddy Bear Tribunal with 100 bits. Thanks, friend.
Thanks,
All
Teddy.
your Behemoth needs, get down to Behemoth Barn.
Perfect. I love it. Right, I am going to look for another D&D stream.
I'm enjoying the thought that the tiefling lady probably watched me walk in and out of the room 3 times invisible. I feel like that might have happened. I feel like I got outplayed.
Sitting there going, this idiot.
You're like, what is he doing?
May want to invest in a good invisibility spell, not one that just makes you think you're invisible to everyone.
Were you just walking around with like, I could
Yes, if I can't see you, you can't see me.
I'm sneaky.
Xander just throws a sheet over himself like, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
There's a guy called Joe Fudge streaming D&D.
Joe Fudge.
Brilliant.
That sounds great. Tales of Blood and Night, episode 45. Nice. Let's go say hi.
Amazing.
Thanks, everyone. We'll be back in 2 weeks for more D&D, but many streams before then. Joe Fudge. Nice. Cool. Yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow, probably, for some singing and sailing in the Sea of Thieves. And then for more streams after that. Thanks, everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.
Bye.